All right, we good now? Good Lord. It said it was working on my screen. All right. Anyway, what I was saying is that it feels good. 3 wins in a row. The Rams, they are outscoring teams 90-49 the last 3 games since the bye. They are 3-0, so they're undefeated since the bye. They're 5-0 when they scored at least 24 points. And look, I mean, this is a team that you do not want to see if they get into the playoffs, unless you're a Rams fan, because this team can beat anybody. You know, it wasn't that long ago. This was a 20-19 game, and the Rams just took off. They were just off and running. You know, this is how this team is. They are, I mean, they are dangerous, man. I'm not even going to mince words here. They are a dangerous, dangerous, dangerous team to play against because I still don't think they're as good as they can be. I still don't believe that. Like, I mean, crazy. Crazy. Let's check out the standings here. Okay. So the Rams here, let's see, updated playoffs. Hope we're all doing well. The Rams updated playoffs. Right now they're at 43%, according to everything that happened. If you add a Rams win, 53%. So the Rams have a 53% chance of making the playoffs. I'm just posting this real quick. So 53% chance to make the playoffs, 47% chance to not make the playoffs. Look, I got to say, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised this team's turning it around. You know, I don't want to sit here and just say I told you so the entire time, but you guys know me. You guys know how I felt about this team. I just, not once did I feel like this team was going to fold and roll over. I've actually stuck by my prediction, and people are a little bit shocked by that, but I have. I mean, I still think they're gonna win out, except for the Ravens game. I do think they're gonna fall next week, but I don't think it'll be the end of the world. So stick with this team, regardless of what happens next week. I'm not saying they can't win, but I just have a feeling that next week the 3-game losing streak is going to come to an end. A 3-game winning streak. So, you know, this is where I stand right now. The Rams just showed you in a multitude of ways how they can beat teams. They can beat you over the top with Puka Nacua. They can beat you over the top with Tutu Atwell. They can beat you in the short and intermediate game with, you know, Tutu Atwell, Puka Nacua, Tyler Higbee, Kiren Williams. They can beat you in the running game with Kiren Williams. They can stretch you out with the run. They can run up the gut with Kiren. They can beat you, as we saw last week, with Royce Freeman. They can beat you with, they have so many different ways to beat you. Demarcus Robinson, Matthew Stafford, by the way, 7 touchdowns, 1 interception in the last 2 games alone. So big shout out to him. He's rolling. I thought he played very well today. That throw to Puka Nacua cannot be, I mean, you can't overstate that. That was just incredible. The way he levels it over the linebacker, just crazy, man. Just absolutely crazy. By the way, in case you didn't know, by the Rams winning this game, they are now the 7th seed in the NFC. If the season ended right now it wouldn't, but if it did and the Packers didn't get a chance to play their game tonight, the Rams would have the 7th seed in the NFC. So, man, I'm just happy. I'm happy we're watching competitive football that I expected to see all along. I know this defense gives a lot, like, people were giving this defense a lot of shit, okay? But 4 straight opponents holding them to under 21 points per game, that's crazy. You know, that's absolutely crazy. I think they've done a stellar job. I think they deserve a lot of credit. You got to stick with them. There's a method to the madness. Okay, they give up a lot of yards. They're infuriating at times, but at the same time, they get it done. The defense just got better and better and better when they needed to. After that score they gave up, the missed extra point, it was a completely different game. The Rams just rolled after that. My buddy Jake actually texted me. He's like, are you sweating a little bit? And I'm like, nah, we Gucci. And then sure enough, right after that, when they went from 20-19 to a blink of an eye, it was 36-19. So it's just, it's pretty good, man. Now, the problem is with the Rams, the one concern I have is the kicker. Haversick is not a reliable kicker right now. He's just not. I don't know if that changes. I don't know if the Rams have enough time to wait for that to change. I don't. He looks very shaky. I would not count on him to win the game at all. I would go for it on a 4th and 10 over having him kick a 50-yard field goal. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. That's the one concern I really have. But aside from that, I think they can beat anybody. I think they could beat the Niners come week 18. I think they can possibly beat the Ravens, next weekend. I'm probably going to go with the prediction that they end up losing next weekend. And that's okay. They go 4-2. Well, now they're 4-2, 3-2 the rest of the way now, since there's only 5 games left. That's enough to get into the playoffs, in my opinion. At least I think so. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that should be enough to get into the playoffs. It's going to be really fascinating to just watch how this whole thing goes, because a lot of these teams, they got some easier stuff coming up. Harry, thank you for the 5, by the way. You called this one, Jake. Let's go Rams. Appreciate it for the 5. Matthew, thank you for the 20. One game at a time, control what we can, give it everything, let the chips fall where they may. Exactly. I mean, they're going to take this week in, week out. It's not going to, they're not going to start looking ahead. That's not how a Sean McVay team has ever been coached, and it's not going to just start doing it that way. Mr. Clutch 324, thank you so much for the 10, my friend. Had to donate to the captain of this fan base, Jake. We all love you. Appreciate that. John Johnson got his revenge. Puka and Stafford had a game. Guys like D-Rob and Kupp stepped up too. Good team win. That's really what it comes down to. I really felt like it was all hands on deck. And I thought, D-Rob was so huge down the stretch for this team. And I think he always kind of has been that guy, kind of Johnny on the spot, making key catches back when he was with Kansas City, catching a touchdown in the Ravens playoff game last year. I think people kind of forget about him, but he's built, and he's an athletic receiver. He's a possession guy. He's reliable. He gets open. We're gonna see more of number 15 moving forward. Monty, how we doing? Thank you for the 5, man. We not losing next week, Jake. Let's go Ramley. I hope not. And if they do, again, like this team I have winning the Super Bowl. So let me just be very clear. The Ravens I have winning the Super Bowl. If the Rams beat the Ravens, we're having a completely different discussion than we've ever had before, because they're going to have to go to Baltimore and try to go from a 3-game winning streak to a 4-game winning streak against Lamar Jackson, a defense that leads the league in sacks. It is not going to be easy, but if they do it, man, this team can win the Super Bowl. I'm going to be honest with you. If the Rams beat the Ravens next week, we need to be thinking more than just the playoffs at that point, because that would be very impressive, and that would be, again, the 4th win in a row. Jerry, thank you so much for the 5, my friend. Yeah, guys, so we're gonna be having guests on. I'm gonna get a drink real quick here, so just bear with me. Normally I'm prepared, but I was not, and I was like, My voice is going to die, and, got to keep hydrated. So surprise for you guys. I think I'm going to be hanging out tonight. So if you guys want to watch the game, like do a watch party built into JE Live, I'm down to hang out with you guys as we watch this Packers-Chiefs game. Let me know in the comments section. I want to see it. Do you guys want to watch party? Just hang out. Nothing crazy. Not putting the score up or anything. We're just hanging out like JE Live. Yes. Jake, Sunday Fun Day. Let's do it, Jake. Something special being a Rams fan. Yeah. Yes. Let's get it. Yes. Yeah. We're all Chiefs fans here for tonight anyway. Okay, let's see here. I just realized my YouTube comments are off to the side and I don't like it. It's not in the chat bar that I normally see them in OBS. There we go. I got you. And I got the Kick chat. Kick. How y'all doing? Dropped a 36 burger on the top defense. Yeah, Monty. Appreciate the 5 again. Craig, thank you for the 5. Kicker is definitely a concern, but I wish we could get more pressure on the passer. They started getting through at the end, but I agree with you. I very much agree with you. I mean, we'll see what happens. Why is my dock not working? This is so weird. Oh, I know why it's not working. I'm an idiot. There we go. Awesome. Now I see everything. Now I am the watcher. All right. I'm going to put this up. The game is at 8:30, whatever. Yeah, let's just hang out. I mean, worst comes to worst, if I get bored, I'll play some COD or something. And I won't like stream or whatever, but I'll just hang out with you guys. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think I'm just going to watch the full game. So, cool. I got on the iPad. We are rolling. 0 sacks allowed. Yes. Offensive line came up big time. Again, though, Matthew Stafford's movement inside the pocket, like, it's really impressive what he's able to do. Let's see. Man, Puka went off. By the way, before anybody asks, I'm going to have you guys on the show. I am taking call-ins, so don't think that maybe I'm just taking the day off. That's not the case. I'm just hanging out. I'm going to need you guys to talk because my asthma's been acting up. So you'll hear me. I'm like, it's a little bit, but yeah. So let's talk about the game. Eric, appreciate you. Jake, I got to give it to you. You stayed positive while people like myself were down this team. I see you. I appreciate that, man. Where's my guy Jordan at? Oh, Scoot is ready. Scoot's ready. Where's my guy? Where's my guy Jordan? Jordan Phillips. He out here? All right. So just not to call out my community because I love you guys, obviously. Just kind of, a fun little bet we had. So Jordan Phillips and I had a jersey bet. And the jersey bet was if the Rams win less than 5 games. So I gave him, if they get to 5 games, I would still give him the jersey, right? And if the Rams win more than 5 games, he owes me a jersey. Well, guess what? I believe that's 6 games, folks. I believe that's 6 games. So Jordan, I don't know if you're out there, but you owe me a jersey, and I have no idea what I would want right now. To be honest with you, I just don't know. I would probably, I might just say Kiren. I love Kiren. I might just say Kiren Williams, but I love that 0. Byron Young. I don't know. I'd probably say Kiren. I'll go with Kiren Williams. But yeah, anyway, I'm just having fun. Obviously, I would assume Jordan's not hiding, and I'm not trying to pressure him or anything. Just, it's funny. But yeah, how about this game, man? How about this game? Oh boy, we have a clean sweep from the experts. America says 79% Chiefs. No way the Chiefs lose back to back, right? No way. So let's go back here. So let's go through the box score before we bring people on. Let's talk about it. Matthew Stafford, 22 of 37, 279 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's 110.1 passer rating, in case you don't know. Stafford was excellent. He missed some throws. I mean, you're going to miss some throws in the NFL, but I thought he was excellent. Kiren Williams, 21 carries for 88 yards and a touchdown against a stout defense. Thought the Browns did pretty well stopping the run, but Kiren just continued to keep that train rolling. Puka Nacua getting him out, on those reverses. Really like seeing that. That was really cool. Puka Nacua goes for 105 receiving, had 34 rushing on 2 carries. You had 4 receptions for 55 yards from Demarcus Robinson. Cooper Kupp goes for 6 catches for 39 and a touchdown. Demarcus had a touchdown. Of course, Puka had a touchdown. Kiren had 3 catches for 24. Ben Skoranek had 2 for 12. Tutu Atwell had a catch for 9. Defense. So we got a 1.5 sacks from Kobe Turner to end the season, to end the game. I don't know how that's awarded safety. I think that goes to both. I think that just goes to the team. I don't think anybody just gets a safety, but Aaron Donald got a half sack. We saw 5 tackles for loss, 2 of which, Bobby Brown got one, Darian Kendrick, but then you had Kobe Turner, Aaron Donald, and Byron Young. The pass breakups were out there. You had 2 from John Johnson. You had 1 from Akello, 1 from Darian Kendrick, and 1 from Russ Yeast. Ernest Jones led the fray with 15 tackles. John Johnson had a 42-yard returned interception. And Lucas Haversick went 2 of 3 from field goal range, 67%. He made all 4 of his extra points. And that was the game. So here's my Jake's takeaways. Jake's, I don't know, J.E. whatever. My first off, Darius, thank you so much for the 20. Appreciate you, my guy. Hope all is well. What's up, Jake and Ramley? Great win today. If we could put up 34 against a top-ranked Browns defense, I like our chances against anyone. That's how I feel. Yeah, Jake's takes. Why not? All right. Immediate reaction. Let's just go through it. First thing that's on my mind is how well Matthew Stafford is playing football right now. Everyone and their mother is concerned with his injury history, and I get it. Guy's 35. He's not 45. Okay. I understand the injury history isn't great, but he's okay, guys. And as long as you can keep him upright, by the way, not sacked today, good things are going to happen. And we saw that, Stafford was able to move around the pocket a little bit, but for the most part, he had time. And when he rolls out, he's more athletic than I think people realize. I think he'd beat Jared Goff in a race. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's faster than Jared Goff. But look, just outstanding throw to Puka Nacua. Made some big throws down, later on in the game. Some plays where, I mean, I'm sure you and I will never know. I mean, checking out of different things and checking into different things. Kiren looked great, after the contact. I just have this feeling that the Rams, and I said it last week, it wasn't just the Cardinals. I think the Rams found something when Kiren came back and they got off the bye. I really believe that. Like, if the Rams beat the Ravens, I have no doubt in my mind, if they're able to beat the Ravens next week, they're running the table. Like, they're going 11-6. I literally have no doubt in my mind that they're going 11-6 if they beat the Ravens next week. I just think that they found something, and even when things aren't the best for them, even when it's like, okay, it's this again, really? Like, just look at how competitive they were down the stretch here. I mean, you look at this game, and the Rams go in at halftime up 13-10. And then, of course, Cleveland ties it up, and then they take the lead, and then Cleveland looks like they're going to take the lead. They miss the extra point, so it's still 20-19. It's a close game. And then the Rams kick it into overdrive, and they score 16 points in the fourth quarter. We just take this team for granted sometimes, and this is one of those times where the fact that they can just kick it into overdrive like that and just score 16 in the fourth quarter, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. And that is a testament to playing down to the end of the game. This team looks like they're not going to overlook anybody. They're going to run right through your chest. They are going to knock you out in the boxing ring, and then they're still going to continue to pound onto you until they hear a bell. This is this Rams team right now. They are not going to stop. I don't see it. Because even when things are not great, Puka Nacua went down, Tyler Higbee went down. I mean, the defense was giving up. I mean, that one drive, let's go back to, play-by-play. That one drive here, it was a 13-play drive. They had a 15-play drive that went 7 minutes and a field goal. Rams respond 7 plays, 75 yards, and 3 minutes fewer than the previous one. Then that next drive, the Browns score a touchdown on 13 plays, go 75 yards in almost 7 minutes. Okay. This drive right here is brutal for a defense, especially after that. The Rams are going to punt. They're going to go 3 and out on the next drive. So this defense was just on the field for 7 minutes. And then the Rams punt 3 and out. They're back out there. And then John Johnson gets an interception. And this is where things just absolutely spiral for the Browns. At that point, the Rams go down 5 plays, 24 yards, not even 3 minutes. They score a touchdown. This is awesome because at this point in the game, this is what separates teams. This is what truly separates teams. If you're in week 13 and you're kicking a field goal in this scenario here, you're up 20-19, you're kicking a field goal, you're setting yourself up for overtime. You're setting yourself up for a 50-50 do or die first blood overtime. Okay? The Rams and Sean McVay knew better, and they just got it done. And the play call they had for Cooper Kupp was outstanding, created the separation in the middle of the field, easy throw for Stafford to make, but hard to get through. And the way they're able to score a touchdown on that instead of just settling for the freaking field goal that they've been doing tells me that this is a different team. And it is because they had the bye. But the reason they weren't able to get anything going against the Seahawks was because in Seattle, they didn't have Kiren Williams. They have needed Kiren for weeks. I give credit for Darrell Henderson. He has not played in a long time, since week 11, I believe. So to come from not playing since week 11 of last year to just join the team, instantly become the starter, and then go out there and you're not totally in football shape, but you try to figure it out, credit to you. Credit to Royce Freeman. I thought he played well. But you can clearly see now why I said Kiren Williams is a bigger need to this offense than Cooper Kupp. That was exactly what I was saying, and I stand by that. And that right now is what we're seeing. This offense with Kiren Williams is averaging over 25 a game. Without him, they score 14 a game. Now, some people would say, well, Jake, it's because of who they played, because when they didn't have Kiren Williams, they played so-and-so. No, it's not. The offense simply is not good. It's not as good. I'll just say it's not good without Kiren Williams. It's just not. It's not a good offense. But this offense with Kiren Williams, psh. By the way, that's 16 touchdowns, 9 interceptions for Stafford. He's done a nice job. Since the bye week, I do believe did he get picked in Seattle? Did he get picked against Seattle? He did. So since the bye week, Matthew Stafford has 8 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. He's only been sacked once. This offensive line has only given up 1 sack, and Stafford has 8 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Like, the tide is turning. You're either going to realize it and just, ride the wave, ride the lightning, or you're not. But this team is, they're turning things around. They've already done it. They've already flipped a 3-6 team to a 6-6 team. And guess what? This happens just about every year. There's at least one team that does this. The Seahawks just dropped 1 point fewer than the Rams. 1 point on Thursday Night Football on the road and lost. And they fell to 6-6 after being 6-3. So it goes to show you. Man, does it go to show you. I love it. I feel great about where they're at right now. It makes it way more fun to talk about them. Trust me, I have a lot of experience talking about a bad Rams team. I used to do it just for fun. Now I do it for a living. But they're not bad anymore. They were bad last year because the injuries. But let's be honest here. They were in every game. Who knows what would have happened if they had a Kiren Williams last year? They were supposed to. Kiren Williams was supposed to have a huge role. He gets rolled up on in the first game against Buffalo Bills. He misses almost the whole season. So, and Kevin, I agree with you. He wasn't in bounds. It's not like it mattered, but still, he wasn't in bounds. Officiating is still bad. We already know that. Let's do some math. Math time. Let's do some math. So, we got, let's see. So, they've played, they're 6-6. So, divide by 12. And then we'll do... Okay, so Stafford is on pace for 22.6. That can't be right. Really? That can't be right. So 16 divided by 12. I guess it is, but it's not going to happen. He's on pace for 22.6 touchdowns to end the season. He had 279, so 279 plus 2, 4, 8, 9. So that would put him at, so right now he's at 2,768 yards. And then you divide that by 12, so 230.6 times 5. So then... Okay, so he's on pace for another 400-yard season? Yeah, another 400-yard season. Sorry, 4,000-yard season. Good Lord. So, yeah, right around 4,000 yards. 4,000 yards, 22.6 touchdowns. So, leaning towards 23. Not bad. Yeah, his pace, I mean, exactly. And he just continues to get more comfortable. He continues to get better. His completion percentage is still low, by the way. Do you know why? No one wants to say this. I've been looking at stats nonstop. Because if you guys, I don't know if you guys are aware of it, I made a Patreon. I'm gonna have all my draft content there, my stats and everything. And not content, because I'm gonna make content on YouTube, but my draft like database. If anyone's interested in that, they could check out my Patreon. I'll drop a link. But yeah, like the point is, I've been looking at stats nonstop, you know, and I'll tell you this right now. Okay. The thing about Matthew Stafford that, you know, what he kind of reminds me of right now is he kind of reminds me of Kurt Warner. Back in like 2000 to like 2006, 2007, we saw a lot of quarterbacks that were throwing more interceptions than people realize, because now it's like unacceptable to throw 17 in a season. But we were seeing like 20 interceptions. But furthermore, we also, you know, we were seeing completion percentages that were pretty good, like leading the league. You were at like 66, 67, and now we have 70, 71, 72. I think the short passing game is back. I think we're seeing a lot more of those short, quick hitters. And that's a big thing there. As Jaden Reed takes looks like it's like a pot pass there. All right. Come on, Chiefs. His defense with Spagnol has been great. Anyway, my point is that really what it comes down to is that Stafford had a 59.5 completion percentage tonight. He's got a 60.8 on the season, or he did before this. It's not a big deal. He's throwing deep down the field. He's taking way more deeper shots down the field. So I don't think it's a huge deal, but do you believe now? Yeah, Cinco. Jake Stafford looks healthier too. He wasn't moving that way a few weeks ago. I agree. Oh, yeah. Well, I think that's the thing, is that the Rams are one of the healthiest teams right now in the league, knock on wood. And, you know, I think really that's what it comes down to at this point. Michael, thank you so much for the 3, my friend. Quintana, thank you so much for the 5. Appreciate you guys. RV Hopper member for 29 months. Appreciate your support, man. The MC Beauty and the Beast, thank you for the 2. You should make a fantasy football channel. I just don't feel like I'd be good at it. Like, I'm not great at fantasy. I really only play Dynasty, and I don't play like a straight up Dynasty that like people are used to. All right. I think it's time. Let's start bringing people on. Give me an opportunity to watch some of this game, but also bring people on and give my voice a little bit of a break. He could be back, Paul. I wouldn't rule it out. That drop percentage doesn't help either. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to bring people on now. So hopefully you guys are up for that. By the way, I'm doing it random. I have a generator, so I don't know who got in first. So just know if I choose you, it was chosen entirely by random. That's just the way I'm doing it now. So yeah. Cool. Let's do it. All right, Ernie, you are on JE Live. How's it going? You're muted, by the way. What's up, LA Rams? I love that safety. That was great.
Good, man. How are you?
Good. Happy to have you on. What were your thoughts on the game, man? Huge game.
Oh man, that was great. Can you hear me, Jake?
Yeah, no, I gotcha.
Okay. So you're kind of breaking up a little bit here, man. But yeah, it was a great game. I'm very, very satisfied with that, man. I mean, I know the Browns were without Denzel Ward, but we put up 34. Minus the safety at the end there. We put up 34 points on the number one ranked defense in the league, and we missed a field goal. So
Yeah. I mean, I think the way they finished this, I mean, I was totally fine with them barely winning the way it was going. But just to turn on, the jet engine and just take off.
yeah.
It was really cool to see. What were your biggest takeaways from this game?
I thought that Kobe Turner and Aaron Donald played very well off of each other, honestly. Like throughout the game, they were just continuously getting in the backfield. Aaron Donald really showed up. Maybe not on the stat sheet, but man, he was wrecking Batonio, Teller. Like, he gave the Browns all pros some, the fixins. So that really kind of stood out to me, honestly. And then obviously Puka Nacua, right? So
No, I hear you. That Puka Nacua, oh man, that touchdown was huge. I think that really set the tone.
Gorgeous.
And they kind of, even when they felt like they were kind of losing momentum, they couldn't fully lose it because that touchdown was in their back pocket.
Indeed. And the presser after Sean said that Matthew Stafford checked into that. So that wasn't the original call. So good job by QB1 there.
Yeah, love that. No, that was just fun win, man. So going into next week against the Ravens, where are you at? Do you think they win the game? Do you think they lose the game? How do you see the rest of the season going?
Man, that's a tough one. The Ravens are Super Bowl contenders at this point in the season. They're without Mark Andrews. Man, I don't know. If the way the Rams have been playing the past few weeks, it seems like they can beat anybody, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I've definitely been counting this one as a loss. Still with the hopes of getting to the playoffs. So I'm expecting, to be a tough game and probably to come out with a loss. But hey, man, who knows? We'll see what happens. They come out playing like that, get the run game going. Maybe get the screen game going a little bit. The Browns definitely did not have that today. They were definitely that was part of the game plan for them. No screens. But
yeah.
We'll see what happens.
No, I thought they did a nice job, against those stretch runs. I mean, still, good teams against the stretch runs that have really good execution. Obviously, the Rams blocking has been really good lately, and Kiren being able to run after contact. But I thought the Browns did a nice job kind of slowing down the run game as much as they could. So the Rams have a 53% chance, according to New York Times, of making the playoffs currently. Do you think they get it done?
I really do. I do think they get it done. Like I said, they should be favored in every single game, minus Ravens and I guess Niners week 18. But who knows what that can look like because, they could be resting starters. Who knows what that looks like? But I think they get it done, man. I think they'll grab that 7th seed. The Seahawks schedule isn't very favorable. The Packers have some winnable games. I don't think they win tonight, which is going to secure the 7th spot for us. And then obviously we got like the Vikings and stuff we got to worry about. But I mean, I don't know, man. I think we're in a good spot. I think we get that 7th seed, and we're probably going to end up playing. How cool would it be if we played the Lions at Ford Field, man? That would be awesome.
Yeah, that's actually what I see happening.
Yeah.
And I mean, depending on this game, and obviously we'll see how it goes with Kansas City. Right now, it doesn't look great. Green Bay's moving down the field, but I could see the Rams moving into that 6th spot. And I think that's still possible. Just want to give an update here because when I put up New York Times, I noticed that they had an update. The actual article now states that the Rams have a 56% chance of making the playoffs. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. It's good. It looks good. We'll say that. Just keep doing their things. I think Sean McVay called a great game tonight too, or a great game today. It was his play calls were pretty much on point, man.
Yeah, there were moments where I was like, I don't know about that, but
yeah.
But I mean, there are always going to be those moments. I mean, I think also we're a little biased when things don't work. We tend to react quickly. But look, I mean, this team, I said it, coming on the show. I mean, they've outscored their opponents 90-49 the last 3 games. They're averaging 30 points per game in those last 3, only allowing 16.3 points per game in the last 3. So I think they're on a run here. Any final thoughts before I let you go?
Cooper Kupp got in the end zone, baby.
Yeah, it is good to get him right. I don't think he's hurt. I just think right now they're in kind of a weird situation here where they're trying to diversify their offense, and they haven't quite figured out how to get everybody involved. And I think that's going to come. Keep in mind, it's only been 2 weeks with Kiren back in the offense, so they're still integrating. But yeah, I liked what I saw today.
I did too, and I haven't been this excited to, I guess, play another team the next week, because I'm ready to see what they can give the Ravens. I'm ready to see how competitive they're going to be, because I feel like that's going to tell us a lot. So we'll see what happens.
I'm with you there, but hey man, thank you so much for stopping by and tuning in, and I will see you. Hopefully, we'll talk next week after the Ravens game.
Definitely, Jake. Most definitely. Thanks for having me on, man.
Absolutely. You take care.
Yep. Thanks.
All right. So let's see here. We got. I'm waiting for it to update. 2-2 for quarterback. Or 2-2 for QB. How's it going, man? Dontavion Wicks catches it, so now it's 1st and goal for Green Bay. All of a sudden, this Kansas City defense looks so great, and now it can't do anything. I don't know. Okay. I don't know where they went, but let's all right, let's bring on Scoot. All right, Scoot, the representative of Rams Twitter, has the floor.
It's time. Rams win. Just like I predicted. Didn't I say we were going to beat the piss out of the Browns? Last 5 minutes, but we still beat the piss out of the Browns. 16 points and a pick in the last 5 minutes of the game? Are you kidding me? That's when big players make big plays.
It was awesome. I mean, just the way they finished that game is exactly how you want to finish a football game. They didn't like lay down and do the usual, okay, we're going to take 4 knees here, kick this field goal, give it back to them, still win, but like it doesn't have that effect. Like, I don't know, man. Like the feeling was palpable. Like you could tell, like just the way you finish a game like that, like with the safety and all, I think that they're going to be able to build off that.
Absolutely. And we're going to go in and we're going to shock the world next week when we go into Baltimore and we carry that momentum and we beat the Baltimore Ravens and MVP candidate Lamar Jackson. Did you see the O-line today? I was going to talk about the D-line. The O-line today, how many sacks did Stafford take today?
Take a guess. One.
Not one. With Defensive Player of the Year candidate Myles Garrett on the other side, getting absolutely manhandled by this dog at O-line. This O-line might not be the best in the league, but still full of dogs on this D-line. O-line. I love this O-line. We might make some mistakes. That's okay. We got Steve Avila. Steve Avila looks like a dude. Steve Avila is nuts, playing out of his mind. He might be up for Offensive Rookie of the Year the way he's playing.
So Scoot, I'm just gonna say this now because I'm sure you saw it on Twitter. Man, the Raheem Morris slander, it's never gonna go away, is it?
Raheem haters, where are you? I don't hear you anymore. I heard you all off season. I can't wait for Raheem to be out of here. Oh, I can't wait for Raheem to be out of here. Look at what Raheem Morris is doing. Last 5 minutes of the game, Raheem with 3 minutes left in the game, Raheem Morris's defense got a pick and a safety. Where else are you going to find that in the NFL? We just played what people were calling the number one defense in the NFL, and we hung on offense. We hung 34 on them.
Yeah. And what was I going to bring up? Oh, the last 4 games. I don't know if you knew this. You probably did because you've probably been watching. But last 4 games, defenses held them under 21 points.
Oh, my gosh. And guess what? If we do it again next week, that's the first time we've done it since, I think, 2021.
That's crazy. But by the way, there were people. I don't know if you saw me going at it with somebody on Twitter. Now, going at it, you know what I mean. Like, just not a back and forth, but just a disagreement. But yeah, there were people like completely trashing the defense. And I'm like, really? I mean, the defense has been on the field 10 minutes longer. The Rams defense has. And like, they were gassed, man.
They were getting gassed today. But we stayed the course. We trusted the offense. We trusted the defense. Shout out to Ethan Evans with that punt at the 1-yard line. No one's going to talk about that. But that key moment in the game, that was key. Ethan Evans, dog. Dude, no one's talking about this. This might be is this the best draft class in the 2023 NFL draft? Did the Rams have the best draft class?
It's got to be one of them because I mean, and you know me. I mean, I had an A+ grade for the draft. I thought it was great coming in. I couldn't have expected this.
People wanted Les Snead. People wanted Les Snead fired last year.
Well,
can you believe that?
I can because I feel like we've had this conversation before about Brad Holmes, and it's like, believe it or not, both things can be true. Brad Holmes helped, but like the Rams are okay without Brad Holmes now. You know what I'm saying?
We're just fine.
Because I heard that way too much. Like, oh, the Rams haven't done anything since Brad Holmes left. I was like, what do you mean? Like,
bro, the more every week I love Kobe Turner more. Dude, did you see that after that safety, him and Aaron went skipping off the field?
Oh yeah. Oh, did you see when he was doing his celebration? And Donald earlier in the week said, it's a little too long for my liking or whatever. And then he shortened it. And then Donald did the tap into the watch thing.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Dude, those two next year. I don't think Donald retires after this year. I think he's having way too much fun this year.
No way.
Retire after the next year. Oh my God. Him and Kobe Turner are gonna be insane next year. And Byron, not trying to leave Byron out. Byron's a dog. But Kobe Turner these last couple weeks has just been insane, out of his mind insane.
Yeah, no, he's been huge. I give the secondary a lot of credit. Like, Akello's played really well. They've left him on an island. But Scoot.
Oh, hold up. Speak. We were talking about Raheem haters. The Kendrick haters. That's what we're not talking about. Darion Kendrick has been balling. He's been a dog. 6th round, 5th round. I can't remember what round we took him in. I think he's a 6th round. Second-year player. Getting all this hate. People wanted to bench him for Trey Tomlinson. Bench him. Bench DK. Get Kendrick out of there. DK is a dog. DK was going nuts today. DK's been going off the last couple weeks. DK is going to get a pick against Lamar Jackson next week. Take it to the bank. I'll put money on it.
You see the comment section when you said DK?
I did. I'm reading it. I'm hiding this comment saying I'm hiding this comment that's dogging on Kendrick. Kendrick's been balling. Kendrick has been balling. Nah, he's
John
been balling.
Johnson getting the most. I think that was the most poetic interception because we all knew it was happening. Everyone and their mother knew that he was going to pick off Joe Flacco at some point.
You know what I didn't expect? I didn't expect the D-Rob legacy game.
I feel like the guy is capable of being like a number 2 receiver in this league, and he's taken a back seat. And this is where I'm going to give him even more respect. You know, the common misconception is that every receiver is a diva, and that's just not true. Demarcus Robinson, since he got to LA, has been mugged, has lost his job, and hasn't really been able to do anything. He hasn't been given opportunities. Now he's starting to get opportunities, and he's taking off. Every single time he's out there, number 15's out there, he has a positive impact on the play. Whether it's a really good block on a run, or he finds a soft spot in the zone and stays there, or he makes a nice toe tap catch near the sideline, or he gets open and scores a touchdown, a huge touchdown. D-Rob has been huge. And by the way, Scoot, that's how he was with the Chiefs. He was Mr. I'm going to have 400 yards a season, but those 400 yards are going to be coming in the key and critical moments of the football game when Patrick Mahomes needs to rely on
meaningful yards, meaningful points.
Yeah. And the Ravens, he scored a touchdown. The Ravens, their playoff game last year with Tyler Huntley playing, starting. So, I mean, hey, this guy was like the number 1 receiver for Baltimore last year.
Bro. People said this team wouldn't win 3 games. People said we were going to be picking number 1 overall, top 5 pick in the draft. Now look at us, baby. Now look at us. Where are we at? We're the 7 seed.
And like who needs like, and I guess my thing is, if the Rams haven't had a first rounder since Jared Goff in 2016, well, they have, but they traded down in 2019 with Rapp. If that's the case, then why are we so up in arms about where the first rounder is? They don't need anything. They have the first rounder. It could be 32 and they'll be fine.
Hey, start getting your mock sims ready. Start finding out who's going to be there at 32.
Oh, man. I mean, I said it, Scoot. I said it on the show. If the Rams beat the Ravens this weekend, they're going 11-6. I think they were on the table.
Anyone. This team can beat anyone when we play our game. Anyone.
We do need the Chiefs to win this game, though.
Not even worried about it. Not even worried about it. Chiefs are going to come out with a dub in Lambeau. I know the Packers are up right now. Don't care. Chiefs are going to come out with a dub. Next week, the Rams are going to come out with a dub. We got a bunch of dogs on this team. We're the no-name Rams. Nobody knows these late-round rookies that we got balling on this team, but they're gonna. Come playoff time, they're gonna know Kobe Turner. They're gonna know Steve Avila. They're gonna know.
Hey, also, one thing I want to point out, D-Rob revenge game next week.
Oh, D-Rob's getting another tutty. Take it to the bank. Take it to the bank. His parents were at the game today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were at the game today. So said someone that sat next to them that I know.
That's cool. Yeah, I had Hunter Long catching a touchdown, and I'll tell you right now, Stafford was looking for him. It's coming. It's coming. It would have happened.
I saw people clowning you for it. I almost tailed it. I didn't tail it. I didn't trust it. I thought Higbee was gonna get in. I took Kyren to get a touchdown at halftime, and I was like, when they called him short, I was like, we're kneeling it out. No, they let that boy score. They let that boy take it in and punch it in. I love that. I love pouring it on.
I do
love
too.
that from McVay.
Because you can't look at it as you're running up the score. You look at it like, hey, I'm building momentum. That's how I look at it. I mean, the best way that you can win games is finish them strong. Obviously, you can win games anyway, right? Like you can win them ugly the way they did against Seattle, but it's all about just finishing and getting the win. But when you can and you have the opportunity to pile on a little bit, it's not a personal thing and it's not running up the score. What it is that, hey, I want to find positive things to take away from this game. I want to finish this strong, because momentum is everything about football. I mean, it's literally everything. We see momentum going into games, going out of games. We see momentum during the game. I mean, it's a big deal.
Look at the momentum JJ put up when he got that pick.
Yeah. Oh boy, Pacheco is nasty. He just made a few guys miss. They're down at the 4-yard line now.
I got him in fantasy. Pacheco's a dog.
He is a dog. So,
not as much as a dog as Kiren, though. Kiren Williams is going to go off on the Ravens next week. It's going to go nuts. By the way, Rams are undefeated when I wear the Ben Skoranek jersey. Rams are 3-0 this season when I rep the Ben Skoranek jersey.
So you're never taking that off.
There. Just going to throw that out there. The Skoranek jersey, I already talked to my boss at work. I got permission to wear it instead of my work uniform next week. So we're winning next week. I'm undefeated in the Skoranek jersey.
Oh, yeah. Well, you got to keep wearing it. Patrick Mahomes forgot about defensive linemen attacking him, apparently, because dude just took a really bad sack. But yeah, Scoop, appreciate you. I'm gonna have to.
Appreciate you.
Oh yeah, I'll just give you the floor.
Boot me after this. I love this team. I love our fans. I love every dog that we drafted this year. I love every dog that we've ever drafted ever. We're going to win next week. We're going to win the week after that. And then we're going to beat the Niners. We're going to beat the Saints. We're going to beat the Giants. We're winning out the rest of this week. The rest of this year. We're going to win out. The Rams are going to the playoffs. This team, no one thought we were going to make any noise. Don't let us into the playoffs because no one wants to play the Rams in the playoffs. Nobody. They watched what happened today to the Browns. They watched what happened last week. They watched what happened the week before that. Stafford's got 8 touchdowns in 3 games. That's the same amount of touchdowns he had our first 8 games. Stafford's balling at the best time. Nobody wants to see this team. Nobody wants to play Matthew Stafford when he's playing like this.
No one wants to play this team at all. I don't know why you would. They are one of the scariest teams because they already have Super Bowl experience. They have great coaching. They have talented core players. They're young, so they have that exuberance. And, I mean, they're explosive. They're dangerous. I mean, we saw the way they ended this game. But, Scoot, I agree with you. We'll see what ends up happening, but appreciate you, my guy, and we'll talk next week.
Also, Darion Kendrick's still a dog. Don't care what any of you have to say.
All right, so that was Scoot. Now let's see. Okay, next is Ian, the Mandalorian. Ian, how you doing?
You hear me, my friend?
I can hear you now. How you doing, man?
Very good. Hey. Don't let the Rams get in the tournament. Oh, Jake. What a good day.
It was a very good day.
I mean, it was a good day, man. And look, it was typical Rams 23 football for a good while. Nail biter, mistakes, good plays, just the roller coaster of it all, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just happy that I'm just happy for the players, sincerely. Because, man, we've dealt with a lot of crap the last year and a half of football, haven't we, the squad?
That is true.
Injuries, failure, coaching, just every level, front off. We can just go down the line of terrible football things that have happened to this organization. And to see Aaron Donald so happy, because I think that should be the metric or the measurement of how good things are going in Rams football, right? How
Absolutely.
happy is Aaron Donald? If he's a happy man, things are going pretty dang good. If he is very stoic, silent, in his own world when things are going bad, then things are really bad, right? Kind of similar to last season and some moments of this season. So to see him skippity doo-dah with Kobe turning it in a game, things are going well. And it makes me happy. It should make the fan base happy. Everybody at SoFi today should feel great. We should feel good. Any Rams fan, wherever you are, you should feel good today. And hopefully everyone has that same sentiment. But
no,
don't let us get in that tournament. Don't let us get in.
I hear you, man. I'm hoping the Chiefs come through. Not that I feel like even at this point, I don't really feel like the Packers are in the Rams' way. I think the Packers are just, they're a potential roadblock, but I mean, I think the Rams are in a position where they could win out theoretically. Like if they beat the Ravens next week, I don't see them losing another game. I just don't.
I mean, I agree with you. I mean, think about it, Jake. Let's take a moment and just flash back this game as fast as possible.
Yeah.
This defense is good. Are they top 5, everybody? No. Right, Jake? They're not top 5. I mean, let's be real.
Yeah, no, they're not
pretty
top
good.
5.
They're pretty good. I mean, we see some of the fan base get kind of ridiculous with anything, but they're pretty good.
Just a little
They're pretty
bit.
good. They're pretty good, dude. Is it perfect? No. Is there going to be moments? But I think a lot of it has to do with, shout out to Raheem Morris, who I was not feeling last season, but he's done a great job this year. Shuffling around the secondary, I think that has a lot to do with it, man. Think about it. John Johnson, leapfrog Russ East. He's finally in game shape, and he said it himself, his own words, him and Coach Morris, that he's ready now, and he looks like it.
Yeah.
Quinn Lake, I mean, I hope he returns, but he has been playing really good at the star. And I think Russ Yeast is really good playing the dime linebacker spot. And for anybody out there real quick who doesn't know what that is, so the dime packages are when you have 6 DBs on the field. The dime linebacker would be somebody playing next to Ernest Jones in that linebacker kind of area. He's played really, really well there, everybody. And he hasn't got on the field a whole lot, but think about the 4th down pass that he had to break up on Njoku, some of his other big plays. Like, he's playing really well in that spot, and I think that's his spot to succeed in. Full-time safety, it was kind of up and down, but in that dime spot, he's playing really great.
Yeah.
Kilo, we've talked about a ton. He's fantastic. Kobe Durant, I think, is better on the outside, but he did an admirable job today in the star slot. And Darion Kendrick, after the mayhem of getting pulled over with the gun stuff, has really flipped the switch and taken football seriously, and it's shown up in his play. And that's, I think, the main difference in this defense is now we're starting to figure out who fits in where and how can this team, this staff, Morris and his squad there on the defense side of the ball, get the best out of that secondary, and I think we're starting to see that, and I think that's a big difference, at least on defense. We can get in the offense after, but I think that's huge. Everyone filling in what they do best.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think this was a all hands on deck win again, and it didn't have to be super ugly. It didn't end up being a 17-16 affair. It ended up being an absolute beatdown. When it all came down to it. Now, was the majority of the game a beatdown? No, but I had them winning 27-9, so I kind of felt like this was possible. I definitely thought this was possible, but I think.
Well, Jake, real quick. Who thought Joe Flacco was going to come out just slinging it like no tomorrow at the beginning of the game? I was like, what is happening right now?
As somebody that covered the Jets last year and has a soft spot for the Jets because of it, watching, and as just a football fan in general, watching Tim Boyle at quarterback, knowing they had Joe Flacco, I just don't have words, man. Like.
Yeah.
How you are in the playoffs right now if Joe Flacco. You know what I mean?
That's true. Well, think about this. Let's talk about our own organization. What were we thinking? Thinking Brett Rippon and Stetson Bennett were
I
gonna
tweeted
be the
that
answer.
within the first 15 minutes of the game.
Oh, did you? Yeah, dude. I mean, what were we thinking?
It's like you
Come
had
on,
Brett
everybody.
Rippon playing that important of a game against Green Bay, and
Joe Flacco was kicking it on the couch. Like,
Joe Flacco and Carson Wentz were just chilling there, and just like, we believe in Brett.
NFL doing, dude? Yeah, what were we doing? What were the Jets doing? What was half the league doing? Thinking that Joe Flacco was just some bum all of a sudden. So I was worried anyway. I don't mean to cut you off about that, but I was like,
no,
I thought Joe Flacco was going to come out here accurate. Arm strength was there, and obviously we lucked out, and eventually he came back to earth. But that had me worried. I was like, oh man, of course Joe Flacco, a week of practice, is going to be like, F it, let's just toss the rock, and he's going to look good. So I agree, wasn't perfect, but things got better as the game went on.
Of course, this 8-3 Chiefs team is getting picked apart by Green Bay.
Of course.
I can't, man. Like. This is why I don't buy the Chiefs as a Super Bowl team. Like, it just they never feel this year they've never felt like the best team, in the league. I mean,
No, they're flawed. They're flawed, and I mean every team feels like there's some flaws. I mean we're flawed.
yeah,
Cleveland's flawed, even when Watson and all them were healthy. Obviously Chiefs, and we can go down the list. And I think that's why we just got to keep doing what we do best. Bend but don't break defense, which is working. Everybody, I know it's not ideal and it's stressful, but it's working. And balance on offense. I mean, Jake, think about all the weeks me and you and everybody has called in and your pods with everybody and Believe and so forth and Alexis and everybody. How piss poor this play calling was the majority of the season.
oh yeah,
How good it was today.
it was really good today.
What a coin flip. It was really good. More pistol, I loved it. And were we running out of the pistol every time? No, but the illusion of we could run it, and Matthew doing screens and regular drop back stuff. It's that presence of we could run the football out of that pistol. It helps so much, man. And I thought the play calling wasn't predictable, which is what a shock. We put a lot of points on the board. It's things are going well, man. Football world's coming together, and it was a good day, man. It was a good day. And Kiren, for everyone out there that keeps downing Kiren for whatever reason, some of our fan base is not a believer. I don't get it.
Because he's 5'9", not 200 pounds.
Think about all the runs, everybody, that should have been a no gain, a 2, 3, 4, 5 yard loss, and he was able to wiggle around and turn it into 9, 10 yards. Think about all those plays. Shout out to Royce and what he's done, late notice, being a journeyman guy. Shout out to Daryl off the couch, but they can't do what Kyron's doing.
No.
They can't. And it's,
no, I was saying that earlier. I was just like, I do think they deserve a lot of credit, but
yeah,
Kyron's the engine. Kyron's the engine to the offense. He's surpassed Cooper Kupp, whether we want to admit it or not. He is the most important part of the offense outside of Matthew Stafford. I mean,
You could argue, I would argue, or I would say, Kyron's number one just based off how the run game just opens everything up. I mean, Puka is our probably most lethal overall playmaker right now. I don't even think that's up for debate this season. Kupp's banged up, and that's unfortunate, and obviously he had a better day today, thankfully. Got in the end zone, but I saw my buddy texted me, and he was like, "Oh, I heard Puka's ladies in the house. Look how much faster he's running today." Because everybody, Jake, didn't you think he looked incredibly fast?
He looked so much faster today. I don't know what that was, but oh my god!
My buddy was like, his ladies in the house. He's got that extra gear in him today. And hey, I guess we need Puka's girlfriend or wife or fiance. I'm not sure what exact relation is. We need her every home game or every game because he's got an extra jet for the ladies, man. It looked like that, man. And
Puka Juice is what E15 Manga just said on Kick. Yep. That's funny. Yeah, that's he's got that juice.
And he looked. Shoot, dude. Can everyone just stop riding on the 40-yard dash of the combine? Like Kupp was a slow poke. They said
it's so bad.
Puka was a slow poke. It's like, what are you doing when the pads and helmet are on? Like, how fast are you then?
I just genuinely can't take any of that anymore.
I know.
Because I watched Jake Bobo, who ran a 4.9 supposedly, and does not run a 4.9 on the field.
Yeah.
And he's always open. He's always open for Seattle. So why do I care that he ran a 4.9 in a way where, let's be honest, the 40-yard dash, you're not even running how you would run in a football game. You're running from a sprinter stance. No one does that. Oh, my God, another touchdown.
Oh, Packers. It sucks. We'll see. Mahomes is the quarterback. We'll see how it flows. But
yeah, he has no weapons, though.
Yeah, I know. What's the drill in the combine, Jake, that's like really valuable for short area bursts? Is that the 3-cone? Not shuttle. What is that called?
The short area?
Yeah,
like stopping on a dime? Yeah, I think it's a 3-cone.
Yeah, like the 3-cone back in 3-cone something shuttle or whatever it's called. I think that has more value.
The short shuttle.
Feel than whatever it's called. Someone's probably correct in the comments, but I think that has more value of acceleration and burst and all of that, and compared to what we're saying about just a 40-yard dash. That's not going to happen unless you're a 2-2 or one of those burners like that. But Shout out to Puka, man. And I was, oh, God, I can't tell you how I was like, son of a gun. He broke the rookie record, and of course the football gods would curse us right after that. I thought he was done. I thought broken collarbone, because I've done that, man, playing ball in my younger days, dude. Same exact way, and I fractured my collarbone. Just like that, how he slammed when he was hurt. And I was like, oh, no, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I thought separated his shoulder, and I was like, of course we would get screwed. Of course the football gods would kill us on this. And, hey, whatever Reggie Scott and the medical staff shot him up with at halftime,
It worked.
he was back and ready, man.
Bro clocked in. He was ready to go. He's like, all right, I'm back at work.
I couldn't believe it. I saw him back out there, in that opening series of the second half. I was like, holy crap. He's got that Polynesian warrior blood in him, man. They just heal fast, don't they?
just freakish, man.
And it's just, yeah. So anyway, I know I'm rambling on, but I'm happy. Everything we needed to see today from this team to be like, are you legit? Could you win a playoff game? Could you get in the tournament? Happen? And I'm happy.
Yes, and I 100% believe if they play the Lions in the first round, they are an awful matchup for the Lions, and they win that game.
I agree. Guys, I mean, and Jake, the Lions secondary is not good.
No, Stafford would roast them, and then Jared Goff, the head coach of the Rams, knows everything about. It's not like he's a new quarterback. He's the same guy.
And think about how many Lions fans would deep down not be mad if Matthew Stafford were to knock him out.
I've already had discussions with Lions fans that are like, I don't want to see that because I feel like I might have to root for Stafford.
I know. I totally
and I get it because, think about it, right? With the St. Louis Rams, like if the Rams played the Cardinals and you're sitting there and you're watching Kurt Warner, I mean, I honestly would have a hard time rooting against Kurt Warner. I would still root for the Rams, but I don't want Kurt Warner to do bad. And I mean, that's how I look at it because, I mean, Stafford didn't take him to a Super Bowl or anything, but Kurt Warner is like a legend. Stafford is a Detroit Lions legend. I mean, by all accounts, who's a better quarterback all time than Matthew Stafford in Lions history? I mean, he's at least the second. I can't think of anybody. He's at least two.
It's got to be someone from the pre-merger days. I mean, I know there's somebody that people are going to be like, oh, you should remember. It's not Otto Graham. Otto Graham was a Brown. Who else am I thinking? I'm getting names mixed up now. But there's somebody that was like, when they were winning NFL championships in the 40s, okay, cool. But Matthew Stafford's their best quarterback in history. Like, that's not a debate.
It is Matthew Stafford. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah. The second in this list, is it not going to give me? Lions all time.
It's got to be somebody from that pre-merger era, 50s, 40s. It has to be when they were winning NFL championships.
So Stafford is, Bobby Lane. So
there we go. That I knew it was somebody. I was going to say Waterfield, but that's our guy.
1950 to 1958 led the Lions to undoubtedly the franchise's best decade in history.
There you go.
Went to the playoffs 4 times, won 4 conference titles in the process. He has 3 NFL championships he won with the team. Okay, yeah, Lane's number 1 because, he won championships. You can't take that away from him.
Yeah, you can't. So,
Stafford's
man, Lions, they don't want us, and they shouldn't want us. So, but, hey, we still got to continue business, man. I mean, we still got tough games.
This guy said Joey Harrington.
We got tough games ahead, man. But, hopefully Chiefs can stop being dumb right now. I mean, I haven't tuned into the game, but based off
down 14-3,
things are going bad. So we'll see. I mean, hey, as long as we take care of business, no matter what happens to Green Bay, then we'll get in, right? That's just our destiny. Playoff path is up to us.
I'm not overly concerned with the Vikings right now. They don't even know who's going to start at quarterback coming out of the bye. I mean, they don't look good. I mean, they kind of look like what I expected. You get a little bit of a juice, like, oh yeah, we're gonna rally around this guy and play good football. But I mean, they need Kirk Cousins, man. Like, it was a nice story and all with Dobbs, but Dobbs is not. He's not great. Like, Dobbs is Dobbs. We know what he is. He's been around for a while.
You know what I think, Jake? I think Ryan Fitzpatrick I think even Gardner Minshew and I think even Joe Flacco at this point, I think they're all that same guy. You'll get moments where you're like, damn, this guy looks pretty good. And then there's the sour games or the sour moments that cost you games. I think they're all in that. When we played Josh Dobbs back in whatever week that was, week 6,
Yeah.
out here in LA, we got bad Josh Dobbs. He missed throws. He should have had multiple touchdown passes, and he didn't play well. I think the weeks before he was awesome. I think the week after we beat them when he had a good game. He had some good games with the Vikings, right? And then he had that stinker against the Bears. So I think that's just the fringe starting quarterback lane that he is in. Fitzpatrick was always in. I think this current Joe Flacco's in. Gardner Minshew. You'll get those wow, but then you'll get those what is that moments, and I think that's just you have to live and deal with that. But I think you'd rather take that than Brett Rippon and Boyle.
Brett Rippon.
PJ Walker, I mean, shout out to those guys. They're pros. I mean, hey, you made it, but let's be real.
Except for Tim Boyle, I don't know how he even made it.
I know. So
I'm mad about it.
Rams Nation, yeah, Rams Nation. Shout out. I heard it was a good crowd today. I know there was some Cleveland Browns fans. I couldn't make it. I was gonna go. I sprained the hell out of my knee.
Oh, sorry to hear that, man.
I'll be all right. So I couldn't be out there, but from what I was heard, what I was told by the other peeps that were representing, it was so bad. And hey,
Stafford vocal cadences are back, man.
Yep, that's what we need, dude. And we need you. Hey, we got another. What's the last 2 home games against Washington, and then against the Saints? We need you. We need those. We need you out there, Rams Nation. We need that home field advantage, and it makes a difference. It makes a difference, and I thought it made a difference today.
Yeah.
So what I would. So.
I thought it was funny when they scored, and clearly it was booing. And Mark Sanchez tried to spin around and be like, "Oh, the dog pound's out there," and it's like, no,
yeah,
no.
Yeah.
I mean, and the problem is you have stupid people that will literally fall for that. But man, let's just be honest, okay? When the Browns scored, that was SoFi booing them. That was not.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that wasn't like ooh, like no, come on now, like
no. Who says ooh after a touchdown if you're representing? You're screaming, yeah, hell, like you're not making a ooh sound.
Yeah, Mark Sanchez. He was.
I know, Mark's tripping.
He was out there today. I'm not. I kind of like him. He's gone through a lot. But I gotta tell you,
he's a fun commentator. Yeah, but he was tripping.
There were times where it was like, especially like Elijah Moore. It's like, oh no, I think he is like, bro. Why do you sound like you're rooting for them? Like, also Elijah Moore was out of bounds, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
But yeah. So all right, man. Well, hey, we'll definitely have to link up next week. Do you have any final thoughts before I let you go?
Yeah, man. I would say whatever your pregame, post-game ritual, Rams Nation, to get wins, whatever that is, your favorite jersey, maybe you have a certain routine with yourself, your family, whatever that is, and it's been working, keep doing it. I have mine. I've been wearing this, throwback Rams beanie the last 3 weeks on game day. And we've been winning, so I'm going to continue to do that until it doesn't work anymore. All right, Rams Nation, whatever you got going on with that, follow that. I know that's superstitious and that's not reality, but whatever that is for you, keep doing it, and let's keep the faith and let's keep winning games.
Well, hey, sounds like a plan. You take care, my guy. Until next time, and hopefully we're talking after Rams. Huge win. They're 7-point underdogs right now, but it would be a huge win against Baltimore next week.
I agree, man. And everyone, if we win next week, everyone should be obnoxious on the internet. Nation, talk your shit. If we win next week, we deserve to talk shit to everybody. Sorry.
No,
I hope that's the case.
I agree, man.
Oh yeah, Jake.
All right. You take care, man. All right. So, yeah. We got the Chiefs are moving the ball here. Nice bubble screen. I think they picked up the first down. So they're right around the 10-yard line. I'm going to bring on somebody here Just want to see, hopefully, the Chiefs score this touchdown. Got to get Kelsey involved more. Mahomes, delayed handoff. Man, Pacheco looks like he runs faster than everybody else. It's so weird. He's got like this choppy running motion that you just don't see with running backs anymore. It's just it's kind of bizarre. All right. So let's go. Oh, I see another Karen. Karen. That kills me. What do the Rams do about kicker? I mean, I think you got an argument now. I don't know how much you can afford it, but you call up Robbie Gould and see if he wants to kick. Right? I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm doing. Mahomes, come on. You can't take a sack. He got the first. All right, that's going to be first and goal. And there's a flag, so it'll probably be a hold per usual. I'm so tired of the officiating, man. I hate them all. I hate all the officials. All right, let's bring on somebody here. Gonna bring on Jack. Yo, Jack, how we doing?
Let's go, Jake. I'm hyped, man. That was such a big win.
How's your
my
throat?
emotions we're kind of all over the place right now because I'm watching the Kings, so I don't get a break. I don't get to rest. I'm going right back into the sports world, but yeah, I'm hyped. Let's go.
No, I hear you. I'm watching the Chiefs right now, hoping that they can pull this off.
Yeah, I hope so. I don't know if they knock us back out, but I think we should be able to maintain a playoff spot for I don't know how likely we beat Baltimore, but I think the Rams are like, at the very least, they're in the conversation now, which is kind of what we wanted out of this game. And like, this is such a big 3-game win streak for us because we were 3-6. We had some winnable games.
Yeah.
And look what happened. They just executed on what they were supposed to execute on. I think I wouldn't call today a complete game, but because I mean in terms of like the 4 quarters, but like as a team wise game, I think every phase, offense, defense, special teams, everybody showed up in one way or another. So I mean, it's good enough. They pretty much did exactly what they needed to do, and they look good doing it.
Yeah, no, today was definitely, it was important. They continued to make their statement. It's just what you wanted to see, you know, like obviously you win 2, but then you have the thing hanging over your head like, oh, well, they only beat, 4 out of the 5 teams that they beat, 4 of them were division rivals and you know them well and whatever. And it's like, man, what about today? Like, you can't really say anything, like, especially now if they were to go to Baltimore next week and win that game, cross-country trip and everything, and win that game, what's the excuse then, So we'll see. I mean, that could be a rude awakening. That could be like a, hey, welcome to reality. You're not quite there yet. It could be brutal. But I do think it's going to be a close game. I don't know if they win, but I think it'll be a close game. So oh yeah, go ahead.
It definitely won't be like the 2019 game. That's all I have to say.
Well, hopefully not.
We'll see. Hopefully not, though. I have faith.
Such high hopes for that game. That was painful. It's like, we have Ramsey, like things are going to turn around and everything's going to be...
Robert Woods was back from being hurt in that one, I think. And it's like...
Yeah, you're expecting so much more. And then it's like, nope. The wheels just fell off. And you're like, oh my God. Yeah. So where are you at as far as the rest of the year? Do you think the Rams make the playoffs? They're at 6-6, and they got a right now they got a 58% chance or 55% chance of making the 56. Excuse me. Good Lord, 56% chance of making the playoffs. Good.
Took you long enough, but you got
God.
there. Yeah, I think the Rams are a playoff team. I think going forward, like I keep saying again and again, the only games they realistically should lose are to the 49ers, which maybe we don't even lose that because that's at the end of the year. And the way they crushed Philadelphia today, they're probably resting starters, honestly, by the time that we get to the end of the regular season. And like the Ravens game too, that's really the only game that I would say the Rams should lose. But like you look at the rest of their schedule upcoming, they're playing against the Commanders, they're playing against the Saints, they're playing against the Giants. That should be another 3-game win streak if I'm being completely honest with you. I think that it looks pretty good going forward. It's just a matter of like, I think they're in a situation where they're probably going to need some help from some other teams because the Vikings are probably going to end up losing some. The Packers, like we're all like watching that game, rooting for them to lose right now.
Yeah.
They're going to need a little bit of help, but I think they get there.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to take care of business for the most part. I do have them losing next week. I don't know if that'll change throughout the week, but I'll say this. If they beat the Ravens, I really do believe that they're going to win out. So any final thoughts, Jack? I know you're busy watching hockey right now, so, but any final thoughts before I let you go?
Puka Nacua should win Rookie of the Year. They're going to give it to CJ Stroud, and that's going to be wrong. Puka Nacua is the Rookie of the Year. I think what he did today, I think that was like a warrior-like performance. Like we always talk about how Matthew Stafford is tough, and like we keep saying how long his injury history is, and Nacua took a pretty big hit to the ribs, and the way he walked off, a lot of people felt like his game was over. And he just toughed it out, and he played very well. And I think that he's just such a strong rookie, and it's crazy to think that like this is what a lot of people wanted to see out of him. But we were like, pump the brakes, don't wait until he plays meaningful snaps in the NFL. And now he's playing meaningful snaps in the NFL, and he's hauling, what. So it's like, I love what I'm seeing out of Puka Nacua. I really think he should be, at the very least, he should be in consideration for Rookie of the Year.
I think he's definitely going to get a vote or two. I don't think it'll be unanimous, but I 100%
No.
Stroud will get it. And I mean, he deserves it. He really does. To turn a team that was picking number 2 into potential playoff team, that's crazy. I mean, a lot of pressure on him to be the quarterback, be a franchise, face, and to just immediately come out and show that. I can't take anything away from CJ Stroud, but the good news is that I think Puka Nacua is going to be around for a while. I mean, this isn't just a 1-year thing, and I think the same thing about Stroud. But yeah, man, appreciate you, and I know I keep saying it, but I really do want to get back and start gaming again. So
yeah, we'll find some time. We'll definitely run it back for sure. Also, really quick before I go, I need to get this out of the way. Shout out to all the people hating on the blue pants. The blue pants are fire. I don't care. That's my opinion. I don't care. Had to get that one out of the way because people were like, oh, their record sucks, and they've won 2 of their biggest games this season in the blue pants. So
that's true.
Had to get that one out of the way. All right, Jake. Appreciate you, as
Absolutely.
always.
Later, my guy.
Later.
All right. Let's see here. I didn't even see. Did the Chiefs hit a field goal? Did they? Okay, they kicked a field goal. So 14-6. They're going to have to go for 2. Oh, boy, man. I don't love the way this is going right now. I don't love it. But we'll see. Let's see how it goes. By the way, shout out to Body Armor. Strawberry Lemonade Light. Body Armor Light. This has got, not a sponsor, by the way. This has got my favorite, the stevia extract, the leaf extract, because I don't like... See, if something has really low sugar, I don't want it to be like sucralose, so I've been sticking to stevia. So if anybody... is looking, I know I said Gatorade Fit. I have a Gatorade Fit in my fridge right there, but really recommend that. All right. Now we got that out of the way. Let's everyone on Kick, appreciate you guys being there. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Everyone on YouTube, Appreciate you hanging out. We're just hanging out right now, right? We're just having people on. We're at the in the second quarter, 2 minutes to go here. Green Bay has the ball at the 24-yard line, it looks like. So we're going to have more people on and just hang out. That's pretty much what we're doing at this point. All right, nice stop. So 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. This is huge. I'll bring on somebody after this. 3rd and 3. They've hit on all 3 of their 3rd down conversions. Come on now. Oh. So frustrating. It's like death by 1,000 paper cuts. All right. This is frustrating. Why am I lagging? Jake listens to Dragon Force through the Fire and Flames. I don't listen to Dragon Force, but I have listened to Dragon Force before. Oh, that was a good block. I got about 4. All right. We understand, Jake. Yeah. All right, cool. Oh my God. Kansas City's so bad right now. Good Lord, this is pathetic. All right. Gonna bring on Tate. How's it going? Oh. Didn't want to be on. I see. Okay. Rusty, what's good?
It was good, Jake.
How's it going?
Oh, man. That win was frustrating at the first half, but as I mean goes, I'm not going to lie, they had us in the first half. And, of course, we won the second half, which I liked a lot.
Yeah, they kicked in full gear. I mean, that was crazy. I loved that. What were your biggest takeaways from the game, my guy?
Biggest takeaway is that our O-line's gelling together, and I'm so happy that we actually had a stable O-line because last year was a freaking nightmare. I remember so many combinations. I was like, my God. But yeah, we're gelling well together. I was surprised we held Myles Garrett to nothing. I thought he would have single-handedly screwed the game over for us because he would have had a field day with Havenstein and Alaric Jackson. But he didn't seem to be any issue towards us, which I was pretty happy about that.
Yeah.
Puka, I was so happy when he hit the 1K. I was like, man, this kid could be something special. But I was a little upset when he got injured. But my God, he had the balls to come back and to play again in the second half. I got to give him props to that. Kiren, I got to give props to Kiren, even though he started off really slow. But the Browns into the run defense didn't do us any favors because they would stack the box, and every run we already see like 2 Browns coming inside. So those are my takeaways. And also, surprised Stafford didn't throw a pick because for some reason in these intense games he likes giving out a pick for free, even though it's probably one of the stupidest decisions he makes. He always has that one bonehead pick, and I'm surprised he didn't throw one. But he was he was supposed to throw one in the end zone when Cooper Kupp was covered and the linebacker, and Stafford didn't see him. And I was so glad that he didn't pick that off. And those are my takeaways from the game.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Going into next week, taking on Baltimore. I'm going to be honest with you, Rusty. This is a game that I circled as pretty much this is going to be a loss. They can prove me wrong, of course. It's not like it's set in stone.
Yeah.
But how are you feeling about it? Because, I mean, I'll tell you right now, the reason why I think it's going to be a loss is because I have the Baltimore Ravens winning the Super Bowl. Like, that's my pick. So I think they're legit. Like, I think they're, top notch. But I don't know. Where are you there on that?
Well, as of right now, our defense is going to probably get their ass handed to them next week because we had no job of making Joe Flacco look like he was back in his prime because that is not going to slide. Lamar's going to freaking kill us with that next week. If we give him this much time, no pass whatsoever, he's going to cook us. And offensively, we gotta score with every possession we got because knowing Baltimore, every time we give the ball back to them, they're gonna freaking score no matter what, and they're gonna make us pay for it. If it isn't a touchdown, they're gonna go for 2 just to add salt in our wound. So the Rams can potentially win it, but it comes down to their defense, how well they play. EJ has to be on this top performance because I don't want any half-ass tackling, any losing the edge, unnecessary flags, getting burnt. It's all those factor into Baltimore because they're gonna target each one of those, and they're gonna make us pay. And offensively, Stafford has to be a lot better with the ball because he can't be throwing away ducks. And if he throws a really bad pass and that gets picked off, 100% of the time, Baltimore is going to score on that. So,
yeah,
they gotta play clean. They gotta play perfect football against Baltimore. And able for us to actually beat them, we gotta play perfect football, and we gotta find somehow to manage to contain Lamar. But I don't know who's going to be fast enough to stop him. AD's going to have his hands full. Byron Young, because he was a non-factor today. That kind of concerned me a little, but who knows? He may show up next week. But it's all that, Jake. We have to play perfect football in order to defeat this Baltimore team. We got to make sure every time they turn the ball over, we score with that position. None of that conservative shit that McVay does. I was so surprised when we actually scored on that turnover, that the 4th and 2, and I would have thought McVay would have done his old tactic of, conserve time, kill clock, and punt it away, field goal or punt it away. So,
I like that he went for the jugular.
Yeah, that's what we need to do in these type of games going forward. We need to go for the kill. I know McVay doesn't like being that guy. Like seriously, we as fans don't give a shit. We have to beat these teams because if some miracle by somehow we lost that ball, the Browns were for sure going to run that shit down our throats and win that game. So we got to be aggressive, especially going these next weeks. We got to play aggressive. We got to play perfect. It may not be perfect, but we got to play to our strengths because these guys going up, they have nothing to lose. We have a shit ton to lose. We can potentially lose our playoff spot because of our own faults and some bullshit with the NFL, like the whole standings and stuff. But
yeah,
we're in control of our own destiny. We can make the playoffs, but it all comes down to us. The NFL can work. Some teams can help us, our percentages wise, but we gotta be primarily here to do our job. We want to make the playoffs. We got to beat the best teams. How do we do that? Play our best version of football. I know we don't have the star power as other teams, but shit, we have beat the Browns. We have beat other teams. So we can win these games, but yeah.
And how do
What do you
you
think?
see the rest of the season going? Like, do you see the Rams making the playoffs? Do you see them not? Like, how do you see it?
We for sure gonna make the playoffs, and I wouldn't be surprised if we upset someone. If by some miracle we get the Niners, I want to kick them out, just for them to implode.
That would be amazing.
That would be amazing because they have no cap seat whatsoever, and now the NFL can shit on them because for some reason they love shitting on us because we went all in, and now if they go all in and they lose, they're technically fucked, and I'll be happy, and I'm not gonna feel any sympathy for them. So, fuck it.
Yeah, I don't see why you would, because I mean, you know, the way the Niners are, all the smack they talk and everything, it gets kind of old. But Rusty, appreciate you coming on, and I'll talk to you next week, man.
Appreciate it so much, Jake. Thank
Absolutely. You take care.
Have a good one.
You too. All right. Chat, how we doing? We alive? I'm not alive. I need to go and get another drink. I have a thing of like cranberry pomegranate that I'm going to grab. So 1 second. I'm still bringing on people. Just man. Here we go. Yeah, I was worried because I got a haircut today, and I'm growing out my beard, and I was worried that like my haircut, like the day I get my haircut, the Rams lose to the Browns, and I'm just kidding. I really have moved away from superstitions. You know, I used to be very superstitious. Would wear a certain jersey. I would match up the jersey colors, like. You know, oh, well, they won the time that I wore the hat. And I was like, you know what? I don't affect the game. So I'm not going to do it anymore. There used to be like, you know, just this mindset where like I could just feel if it was going to be a win or a loss. Like I'd wake up and if I felt like crap, it would be a loss. But like, I remember I felt like garbage, you know, the week they played the Seahawks, which is, you know, according to that superstition, a bad omen, right? And I was fine. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I really believe in superstitions for the most part. Just when it gets like that, you know, it's like, man, there's no way I control the outcome of the game. That's just silly. I think superstitions are cool, and I'm all for hearing yours, but I don't really have any more. I used to. I just no longer do. Germ Dog, I'm with you. I want to knock them out as well. Deb, how we doing? Let's see. I don't like to talk on Discord, lol, and missed parts of the game. Your take on how our offense did against this defense? I thought the offense, you know, was kind of a bumpy road, but I thought they really overcame what, you know, Cleveland was throwing at them. They gave them some looks that I think I mean, obviously I haven't like watched the tape, but it looked as though they started stacking the box a bit, and I thought the Rams had to adjust, and they adjusted well, and you got to give them a lot of credit. I was really impressed with the way the offense bounced back. It was not perfect. Not everything went according to plan. They just got it done. That's what you like to see. Just get it done. Just figure it out. This is what they did. And so, you know, I think right now, you know, kind of looking at this team at a 55 or 56% chance of making the playoffs. It goes up to 78 with a win over the Ravens, right? And then it's, you know, hovers around a 90 with a win over the Commanders. And at that point, it's like, you know, 95 with the win over the Saints, and then they basically clinch if they beat the Giants. So, just about. So yeah, I mean, a lot of opportunity here, but yeah, I thought the offense just did a nice job all around. Really good execution. 3 straight weeks, only 1 sack, I believe, is what they've given up. So yeah, just some big time play from the offensive line, both blocking and pass protecting. This is just a team that right now I think they're hitting their stride, but we're seeing it mainly with the offense right now because I think the defense is just playing at the level that they've played at the whole year, really. They're going to have their moments where, yeah, they get into a dry spell or something, but for the most part, they play great football. They play hard-nosed defense, and, I think they deserve a lot of credit because of that. And so, yeah. So I think looking at the offense, I mean, you had 25 carries today, 24 of which came from actual, a running back or a wide receiver, not a quarterback scramble. So 24 carries and 22, passed the ball 27 times, but 22 completions. So, yeah, I mean, that's cool. That works. So, yeah. The Rams have struggled this year against running quarterback. Let's dive a little bit into way too early little thing breaking down the Ravens because I'm curious how it's gone for them. Let's look at their passing defense. So their passing defense is let's see, allowing the second fewest passing yards. Cleveland was first, by the way, before Stafford threw over 270 yards. Over the last 3 games, Baltimore is 5th. So they're 5th. And then run defense, Baltimore is a 11th run defense. So not bad. They have given up 133 a game over the last 3 games, so that's something to keep in mind, but not bad. They surprisingly give up fewer rushing yards on the road. They give up more at home, 106 compared to 198.3 per game. And then passing attack, Baltimore, they give up more at home than they do on the road. Are we seeing an opposite of the Cleveland Browns? Are we seeing a team that's better on the road? The Rams are playing at home? Are we really? That would be odd. That would be really weird. Let's look. So, Texans game was at home. They won 25-9. They went on the road. They beat the Bengals 27-24. At home, they lost to the Colts 22-19. They went on the road, beat the Browns 28-3. They stayed on the road against the Steelers, lost 17-10. They beat the Titans at home 24-16. They beat the Lions 30-6 at home. They went on the road. They barely beat the Cardinals 31-24. They beat Seattle 37-3 at home. They lost to the Browns 33-31 at home. They beat the Bengals 34-20. And on the road against the Chargers, they won 20-10. I don't know with it's weird with the Ravens. I think the Ravens win this game, but I think it's going to be close. What does close mean? I don't know. I think Ravens 24, Rams 20. I kind of feel like Ravens 24, Rams 20, or Ravens 24, Rams 17. That's kind of what I think. But I don't know. Who knows, right? But Yeah, I'm actually going to take a quick break. So I'm going to give you guys some time. I'm going to go back to the. It's going to say like stream starting soon or whatever. I don't really have a intermission screen. So, all right, I'll just leave it like this. I don't really care. Yeah, I'll just leave it like this. I'm going to be right back. Anyone who jumps in the chat, you're the moderator. You tell people. I'll be back. Give me like 10 minutes. I just held up a 5, but give me 10 minutes and I'll be back. Sounds good? All right, I'll see you guys in 10. All right, I'm back. Thanks for waiting. I know I lost probably half of my viewing, but all right. How we doing, guys? Oh, Chiefs driving. Go, go, go. Nice. There we go. Rashi Rice. Yeah, Chiefs got to win this game. All right, let's bring on some people. Let's start with P Train. P Train, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome in.
Yeah. I'm just sitting here looking at this Chiefs-Packer game. Going, oh, boy. But
Yeah,
it looks like we're getting ready to score here in a little bit.
I guess I just had to take a break from my stream for this to change on a dime.
Yeah, they're down to the 5-yard line. It looks like they're going to punch it in here.
Well, we'll see. They haven't been doing that tonight.
Yeah, tails of two halves. I think they're in the second half now.
You don't say. Tails of two halves. Well, what were your thoughts on the game today?
Oh, jeez. Man, Flacco, tip your hat to that man. Coming off of the bench, coming out of the way thing. What his record has been the last couple seasons or whatever, and I was concerned that this could be one of those games where, just like when we had against Cincinnati, when Burrow was all gimpy and everything, we were supposed to take it and we didn't. Now here we go, coming in playing a third string quarterback. Someone's been riding the bench all season or whatever, not even sitting on his couch or something.
Yeah.
And here we go, and he's hanging tough with us. But no, Chiefs just scored.
And there's a flag, of course.
Oh, of course. Oh God, that ticked me off on that one call.
That was
that whole new
BS,
call
man.
that they gave to Robinson on that big Puka Nacua run. Like you. Oh, I was
know.
hot on that one. I was like, you typical rest. Every time someone does something good, you got to call it back.
Touchdown. Let's go.
Yeah. There you go.
I guess my issue is the timing. You got to throw that flag when you see it. Like, I'm not a fan of this. Oh, okay, the play is ended. Now I'm going to throw a flag because it ended up being a long play. I saw Demarcus Robinson hold at the beginning of it, but I didn't throw the flag until I saw how long the play was. Okay, that was a very good play, so now let's throw the flag. BS, man.
Man, those refs got some money on FanDuel or something like that. It's like, oh, well, shit, I'm about to lose some money. I better call up to throw a flag.
Oh, man.
Jeez. But
I hear you.
Stafford, tail of two halves. It's like, remember last week they said, well, geez, what do we need to do? Hit Stafford in the gut so he can start to play better? They were joking with him. So it's like he needs this pressure. It seems like he needs to feel.
Wow, what was that 2-point conversion attempt?
Oh, God, yeah. He needs to feel the heat in order for him to start playing lights out. Because in the first half, he was inaccurate on these third down conversions. We were horrible.
Yeah.
He's just not throwing the ball. The play that Puka Nacua got hurt on, that was a poorly thrown ball. And Nacua, to his credit, he lays out for it. It cost him, but Stafford just wasn't accurate in the first half. And then, we couldn't get our run game going and everything. And I was like, okay, so this might be more of a passing type of game. And, then when, of course, our field goal kicker misses another one, and you saw the replay, his foot hit that ball, and his foot was already pointing to the right, wasn't even aiming towards the goalpost when he struck the ball. I'm like, there we go.
It's so
Same thing we talked about last week.
Yeah.
Same thing we talked about last week. And it's like, come on.
Well, it's like you already made your adjustment because obviously it's up to the kicker. Where do you want to be placed? On the
hash marks.
Hash marks. Thank you. And it's like clearly we know you're putting it all the way to the left because you want to kick it right. But he overcompensated and it totally shanked the field goal. And it's like, man, Greg Zuerlein had like a 74% field goal rate his rookie year. The Rams don't have time for him to turn into Greg Zuerlein, go 74%, and then figure it out as time goes on. Like, they need a guy now because they're going to need that come Baltimore.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be able to hit field goals on the road. That's how you win games.
This is what we were talking about last week. Sooner or later, if he doesn't fix what's going on with him, and it looks mechanical, doesn't look like it's in his head yet. It looks mechanical, the way he's approaching the ball, his angle of attack on the ball with his foot. It just looks off.
Yeah.
So those things are fixable, but, oh, my God, he's going to cost us a game sooner or later if he doesn't get this turned around.
No, he absolutely is. I'm horrified for that.
Yeah.
Because it's going to happen sooner than later.
Yeah, every time he goes up to kick, Haversick makes me sick because I just don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, man.
But, yeah, and then it's, the old line played pretty good, I thought, overall. I mean, there were some times that pressure got to him on third down and Stafford got away, had to throw it away or whatever, What was that one play? Stafford had to just ditch the ball out of bounds with something. Somebody was supposed to pick up, may have been Freeman or something, was supposed to pick up the defensive end or outside linebacker, and he's looking to his right at the guy that Jackson is supposed to has. The guy blows right by him. Stafford has to throw it off and just throw it out of bounds. Like, come on, man, what are you doing?
Yeah,
look at the guy you're supposed to block. So.
Yeah,
when you leave a team hanging around you this long in a game like we were, the chances are the Rams don't win those types of games typically, So I was really worried that we were going to pull this one out. It wasn't until what the last 8-10 minutes of the game before we finally started to get it all in gear.
Yeah,
and so I was not happy with the way the game was going into that. Those last 7 minutes, I'm like, okay, I'm starting to feel maybe we might get something here. And it was really great to see McVay put the foot down on their necks and not go conservative, So hats off to him for that one, We'll see what happens next week.
How do you see next week going? Like, if you had to predict, do you see them winning or do you see them losing?
Oh, gosh. Probably losing. I don't think many of us see us winning that game. Could we? Sure.
Yeah.
But how are you going to stop Lamar? You going to put a spy on him? Put the linebacker on him as a spy? Well, Lamar knows that. He's still going to get his.
Yeah. That's part of the. I mean, it's not foolproof. Oh,
so we're going to have. Our pass rush is going to have to get to Lamar, and somebody still has to be a spy to keep him because he'll escape that stuff sometimes. So if we have any chance, pass rush has got to get there, and somebody in the linebacker core has got to spy on him and keep him from escaping the pocket too much.
Yeah.
If we have a chance. Other than that, maybe Kiren goes off on them. You were telling them that the Ravens are about the 11th ranked defense, which is wrong against the run. That's not too bad. Hopefully Kiren can have a day.
Yeah, if you have a good enough running back, 11th against the run. I mean, you have to assume most of these teams are going to be able to stop the run at an NFL level. So it's really like when you're talking about a Steelers or a Cardinals, you're like, oh, okay, you could really run against these teams. The Ravens you can run against. You're not going in expecting to get 150 yards rushing, like the Cardinals.
Right.
But you can go in and you can run against the Ravens. And let's see here, because I like having everything in front of me and just going back and looking. So the Chargers game, the Chargers haven't really been running the ball well at all, to be honest with you. I think the Rams really have to be cognizant of a few things. First off, Lamar Jackson. Second, 100% Keaton Mitchell. He's a rocket. When he gets the ball, he's like Tyreek Hill with the football. So Keaton Mitchell, Gus Edwards can wear you down, but Keaton Mitchell he's a rocket launcher.
Then
keep in mind, no Mark Andrews. So now,
and I think I think Tucker's been falling off last couple weeks or so. His kicking.
Oh, Justin Tucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you got to worry about Geno Stone. I think he's done an outstanding job this year. I think he's one of the close to the league leaders in interceptions, if not. Like, he's right around there. I think he's got 6, 7, so got to watch out for him. And then, of course, the defense just in general. Matabike,
yeah.
Away, Clowney, Van Noy, Michael Pierce, Roquan Smith, Patrick Queen, all those guys. So it's not going to be easy. But yeah, against the Chargers, Austin Eckler ran 10 times for 32 yards. Justin Herbert took off 4 for 47, which is interesting there. And then let's see. Cincinnati. Mixon ran 16 for 69. Browning 4 for 40. Okay, we're starting to see a pattern here. Quarterbacks ran back-to-back games for 40 yards. Let's see. Cleveland. Yeah, that's a weird one. 33-31. That must have been before Deshaun. Yeah, it was before Deshaun Watson got hurt. Okay, Ford ran for over 100 for the Browns against Baltimore. Deshaun ran for almost 40. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of quarterbacks scrambling and having some success. So maybe we see Stafford with a decent day scrambling the ball. Who knows?
Yeah, I was just remembering. I was really hyped up to see Demarcus Robinson step up tonight and get some playing time. He came up big time for Stafford, and it almost looked. I started to think, are we seeing an emergence of maybe another OBJ type of guy, where Stafford and where Robinson is now gaining Stafford's trust, and he's just started hitting him, and he was just on. I think we need to have him starting the game, and not have Skoranek go in there, but have Robinson in there. I think he just adds another piece that makes it really hard. Who are you going to cover? Nacua? You're going to cover Kupp? Are you going to cover Robinson? You cover them. Robinson's going to get open. He's showing that he can do it.
Yeah. No, he definitely. So I asked you last week, and I kind of forgot. I mean, I think you said that you don't see them. You saw them potentially making the playoffs, but you wouldn't say they 100% make it. Has your opinion changed since?
It's still a wait and see. I mean, we have a good chance.
Mm-hmm.
We just got to take care of our business.
Yeah.
If we handle our business and don't lay an egg against the team like the Saints or the Commanders, then yeah, we should be able to. But we faced teams this year that we were supposed to beat. Bengals, Steelers, Packers, and we fell short. Now we got 3 other teams after the Ravens that we should easily beat. Are we going to finally, start putting these teams away that we should?
That's the question.
That's going to be the telltale sign, because
seems that way, but yeah, it's different. They got to keep doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're starting to come alive. We're still not playing good four quarters worth of football. Well, it seems like Stafford needs some adversity before he starts to step up and get more accurate and just lets it start zinging that ball in there. And so I think we got a good chance. I might reconsider whether I want to go to the Giants-Rams game.
I'll be there.
Kind of dough to get up there.
Yeah, I'll be there, definitely. Because, I mean, typically that's like the only time I'm going to be able to see them. Looks like Kansas City might have gotten a huge stop on 3rd down. And they're not wasting any time and going for it on 4th down. Any final thoughts for you before I let you go?
Let's see if the Rams replace that kicker.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a legit conversation. I know they won, but you got to be at least somewhat concerned. At least.
Yeah. when he goes up to kick, he's like, and I think that forces Sean McVay to be aggressive. Remember, we were just saying about how he's typically not aggressive, doesn't put the foot down on his opponent's necks.
No.
And maybe the fact that he's got a crappy kicker.
He caught it. Oh, my God.
Oh, man. Maybe it forces Sean McVay's hand to be more aggressive, knowing that he doesn't have a reliable kicker.
It might. Man, that's chaotic behavior. To have to go for it knowing your kicker's not it.
Yeah. Well, it forces you to stay aggressive, and that's what we need. We need aggressiveness. Well, I've been fussing with the Rams for years about not having beef up on the offensive line, not having aggressive road graders up there. Now they're finally starting to get it with Dotson and Avila and Jackson. I'm like, hell yeah, this is what we needed all the time. And so if we can sneak off a win against the Ravens next week, I would be like, okay, that's it. We're going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
The Rams will not allow, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, they're expected to lose that game. They're 7-point underdogs. ESPN has them at a what is that game at? A 76.6 to 23.2 percentage. Like they have this pretty much being an easy Ravens win. So ESPN analytics. So we'll see.
Real quick, if the Packers win this game against the Chiefs, does that keep the Rams from sneaking into the playoffs in the 7th or 6th seed right now?
Yeah.
I wonder.
Yeah, the Rams would be the 8th seed if they lost this. If the Chiefs blew this.
The Packers win. Yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure with the Vikings losing their game that both the Packers and the Rams would move into the 6th and 7th seed and push the Vikings and the Seahawks out.
Yeah, no, the Vikings would stay. I mean, I think it's going to end up being the Rams and Packers. Packers are legit. I mean, they're somehow a decent team. I also think the Chiefs are ungodly overrated, and they're proving my point.
Yeah,
like, they are just,
you said that the other day on one of your podcasts that you thought the Packers were going to get the playoffs, and I was like, I 100% agree. Ever since they beat us, this is a different team we're looking at.
Yep.
Ever since we came off of our bye, we're a different team than what we were. So it looks like the Packers and Rams are going to take that 6th and 7th seat, and the Vikings and Seahawks are going to be watching from their homes.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think the big thing right now, and of course I can't see the tiebreaker because the Rams are currently in 7th. But oh wait, yeah, I can. They have a better win percentage in conference games
than
the Rams.
Packers.
So the Vikings have a 6-3 record in conference games, and the Rams have a 4-4. So if the Rams, all right, so this is interesting because the Vikings have 3 of the next 5 games that they play are against the Lions, the Packers, the Lions. If they lose those games, they would have a 6-6 conference record. Now the Rams, their next few games here, they have 4 more games against the NFC. If the Rams, the Rams, well, actually, at this point, it doesn't matter because then they would just have more wins. Yeah, so really, it's kind of a weird instance where if the Rams take care of business by virtue, the tiebreaker really isn't going to matter. And that's also kind of the scary thing is if they both were to win out, the Vikings would essentially have the tiebreaker because there's no way to beat that conference record, unless they lose games. See what I'm saying? But
yeah.
the Vikings are not winning 5 straight. They're not. I don't like the way they're trending.
The Lions.
Yeah, I don't like the way they're trending. And keep in mind, they beat the Packers. They did. But I think like that Falcons game, they barely beat the Falcons. They beat the Saints. How good are those teams? I think the really the one crowning moment was when they beat the 49ers. They also beat the 49ers with Cousins. So,
Yeah.
Are we about to see this team fall apart? Because I'll tell you right now, if this team loses next week to the Raiders and the Rams win, I mean, the Vikings are in some trouble because they still have the Lions, the Packers, the Lions left over. They still have the Bengals. This isn't an easy schedule for the Vikings.
No, it's not. The Packers now have an easy schedule.
Yeah, I think the Packers have an easy schedule. I'll check it right now real quick. So, yeah, Giants next week, Buccaneers, Panthers, then they have the Vikings and Bears. I mean, the Packers could theoretically win out. I feel like they'll drop 2 just for the heck of it. Like, I feel like that's just the way the NFL is. So I wouldn't be surprised if they dropped that game against the Bears or the Vikings or the Panthers. Panthers feels kind of like a trap game. Later on the season, they fired their coach, playing at a higher level than we've seen. They were in that game today. I mean, they had a chance,
Yeah.
But they've been in most of the games, honestly. Yeah, they've been in quite a few games. But anyway, I'm taking up your time. Appreciate you, P-Train, and I'll see you.
Sir.
I'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. Have a great week.
You too. Take care.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Bye. All right. Bye-bye. Guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me. Gonna need Kansas City to win this game. 21-12. All right. Coach Ray, how you doing?
I'm excellent. How are you?
I'm excellent. We'll go with that. The Rams won.
Absolutely.
I mean, I predicted 27-9, so clearly I felt like the Rams were going to win, no doubt.
Oh, you were Nostradamus.
but no, it was more so like just seeing what ended up happening, like, and how they responded. Because, I mean, if you told me like Joe Flacco was going to play at a high level and, put them in position to be able to tie the game going into the fourth quarter, and they were going to lose by 17 still, like, I would have just said, like, what? I wouldn't have understood it,
No, not at all. I mean, that was actually quite an impressive performance for a guy who just came off the IR, right?
Yeah, no, that was great. That was great. I mean, that was great stuff. It's funny, the Rams have a lot of success against the Browns in their history, their recent history at the very least. They did lose 2 title games to them. They lost. They beat them once, but
did they?
Yeah, but yeah, right now Rams 5-0 when they score at least 24 points. They're 5-3 with Kiren Williams, and they're 3-0 since the bye. How you feeling about them moving forward?
I think they're on the right trajectory for sure. They got obviously a tough game coming up here against the Ravens, but when we were talking 3 weeks ago or more, I don't think I was thinking 6-6.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it's a good performance today. I was a little bit more impressed with the way they played last week against Arizona than I was today. But a win's a win.
Yeah, and just like, I just thought it was crazy how they just shot back up. It was like, okay, this is 20-19. This is starting to look like the Steelers game.
Yeah.
And, for a while, I had a lot of those makings. Like, this is just a game that we always seem to lose, and
right.
It was like,
I think that.
Oh, sorry.
I think I was going to say the turning point was, I think, the John Johnson interception. That seemed to shift the momentum to our direction, and then we never let it go after that.
Yeah, that is a head scratcher of a play call there, because at that moment, the Rams, who knows what happens? And this is the amazing thing about the NFL and football, because it's not crazy to say if the Browns just keep running it down the Rams' throat, they go down the field and they take the lead.
Right.
And instead, coming off a touchdown to getting a huge stop, a 3 and out, they throw on the first play. They take a deep shot. No one's there.
Right.
It's like, that's the one thing you can't do.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a head scratcher because, I mean, they were kind of methodically moving the ball against us pretty successfully.
Yeah,
and
I think they got
what better
cocky
way to kind of control the game, right?
Yeah.
It's just to kind of methodically drive the ball down your throat and just get the winning kick to win the game, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
It felt like that's what they were playing for. It's like, man, just I don't even know. It's just it's crazy to me because I'll never understand. And this is not just Kevin Stefanski. This is the NFL. Like you have something that's working and you go away from it, or you have something that's working and you get too impatient. You can't just see it through. You start, okay, I'll take a shot down the field. It's like, yeah, but what happens if you the whole way to win this game was to force turnovers on Matthew Stafford, which didn't happen, and to not turn the ball over.
Correct.
So you didn't get your Stafford turnover, and then you threw an interception and gave them plus field position. It was just mind-boggling on that drive that they opened up with that. I was very grateful they did, but
absolutely. I as a Ram fan, I would love it. Keep it coming because it just played right into our hands. So
I will say this: love Lamar Jackson. I have a lot of respect for him. Lamar, I've seen at times this year kind of struggle with some pressure. Kind of throw it up there, kind of similar to what Flacco did today. So, I mean, the key to beating them is going to be playing like they did today. They're going to have to run the football. They're going to have to throw it short, intermediate, then maybe take some deep shots when you have them. But you're going to have to play mistake free. You're going to have to take care of the football, get a turnover or two. But that's how you're going to beat a team like Baltimore that I think can win the Super Bowl, that I think will win the Super Bowl. I'll say that. You beat them, flying across country on the road. I mean, that's just not an easy, it's 1 o'clock. So that's 10 a.m. their time. You could say, oh yeah, they'll get used to it. They haven't had a game like that in a minute. I don't think that they've played at one for a while. So it's hard to get used to that,
And let's hope that weather's not an element. Right, because
that's true.
We are.
It is supposed to rain.
It is supposed to rain.
Yeah, it's like a 54% chance of precipitation from what I saw.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a little. Well, I'll say this: may the best running back win, and I think Kyren's the best running back in that game. So if they can't stop him,
love me a full dose of Kyren and what's the guy? Freeman, is it?
Yeah. Although we didn't really see much of him today.
Yeah, no, I would love a 1-2 punch against Baltimore on just a steady dose of Williams and Freeman all day long, and then some check downs to Nacua and Kupp when necessary.
How about Nacua? I mean, my buddy Ian, who came on here earlier, brought it up. Nacua looked way faster today than he's ever looked.
Yeah, I don't know what's got in over him. There was something I read recently that there's something that he recites to himself. I don't know. Did you ever hear about that?
No, I didn't.
I think every morning he talks like he's fast or something. I don't know. There was something that he does that he kind of wills or talks himself into. I'm the fastest receiver or something along those lines. And just to kind of, I don't know if somebody's working with him on his speed because he does seem to have a couple of steps faster than I remember when he first started the season.
Yeah.
So. No, it's all good. I mean, if he can get an extra couple of steps, that's just going to be make him that much better receiver.
He was ferocious today. I mean, just coming out after really gutsy to even come out after that injury because normally you would take, the cautious approach and, it's easy to say, okay, whatever. But I mean, here's the deal, right? If he were to sit out, do they win the game? Who knows? You don't know. I mean, who's to say him being out there?
Although I will say this, Robinson had a nice game.
He did.
Yeah,
he
made some nice catches. in key moments in the game.
I don't know if you just saw that, but Pacheco just took the entire.
Yeah, I'm watching it up on
That
my
was
top
crazy.
screen here.
I mean, it's weird that they've gotten to a point where the receivers are so unreliable that they're just like dinking and dunking with Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
And they're just pounding the rock like old school. I don't think I've ever seen Kansas City run the ball more than 15 times with one running back.
Yeah.
Like this is nuts.
It's the new world without Tyreek Hill, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, they won a Super Bowl without him, but it's like they had no plan after that. Like, I mean, these guys are just, I'm sorry, this is the worst receiver room I've ever seen, like bar none, Yeah. And it's like Rashee Rice has a great chance to be a great receiver down the road, has, development, all that, but I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, why did you go into this season with Patrick Mahomes and the defense playing the way they are and just like, this is fine.
Right.
Like, and I always see like Chiefs fans like, oh, imagine what we would do with Puka Nacua. I don't know.
Yeah,
they'd probably triple team him with how pathetic the rest of the
imagining.
receiver room is.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Well, the Ravens game is going to be huge.
It is. Because it is.
I'm
not. I mean, like I said, I'm coming in. I'm coming into that game. Hopeful. I think if they can put the game together like they did today, they obviously have a chance. I'm hoping that the weather does not become an issue. With Stafford's finger or thumb. Wet ball. Maybe he's not going to be able to grip it very well. That kind of thing. So they're going to have to rely on the run more. So we'll see. I'm cautiously hopeful, but I know it's going to be tough.
Yeah, I will definitely see. I will say this: the whole wet ball thing, the amount of like work they do in the off season with that, like simulating that, I'm not too worried. Like they will literally use like spray balls and things like that to like, simulate the idea, and they'll use like different goggles and whatnot. Like they'll put on different goggles to simulate like, okay, like if I get like a sun, or a ray of sun right in my face or something, I still have to play the game. They're not going to just stop it for me.
Right.
So they do things like that in like training. And I feel like, at that point, I don't know who does. Most of them do.
Now, do you think Stafford's thumb is 100% at this point?
I think he's good at this point. Like, I mean, he's not 100% because I don't think anybody can be 100% playing football at this late in the game. But with 5 games to go, the Rams are as healthy as you would want a team to be, and realistically could be. Man, this second and goal is massive. Kansas City needs this so bad. Oh God.
It is.
Oh my God, Mahomes! What on earth was that? What is this team? Like, this is not the dynasty. This is not a dynasty. What the hell is this?
Not the Kansas City team we all know, right?
I mean, I'd be fine with it if it wasn't like I needed them to win. Like I mean, because I find them annoying and I hate all their commercials, but
he was trying to do a shovel pass to the running back, but obviously doesn't play.
Well, he needs to learn from Kurt Warner because that was the worst shovel pass I've ever seen in my life. He almost got picked off. I mean, what the hell?
He did.
Touchdown. Yes.
There you go.
Let's go. All right, now they'll go for 2 again and miss it probably. That's what they did last time. It was like the worst 2-point conversion attempt ever. No, I'm just kicking the extra point at this point. It's 21-18, 21-19. Like,
they got plenty of time.
Yeah, it's like the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, plenty of time.
Yeah, Noah Gray was like wide open. So okay, but yeah. Coach, do the Rams make the playoffs?
Absolutely, no doubt. I don't have any reservations on that one at all. I just don't know if they're going to go in as a 6 seed or whatever, high seed, but I think they end up finishing 7 or 8, somewhere in that range. I don't know who 7 plays or who 8 plays, but I hope
7 or 6. You mean because 8 you'd be out.
Oh, right, 7 or 6.
Yeah,
right. So, yeah, I don't see them getting up to 5.
No. I mean, Dallas. Here's the stupid thing. Dallas is going to be on the road like 12-5. So like the Rams record the year they won the Super Bowl and won the NFC West, they're going to be on the road playing an 8-9 Falcons team probably. That's what we're looking at.
Right.
How pathetic.
That is pathetic.
I mean, that's like
they should do away with the whole division winner business and they go with the top whatever.
Especially football, man.
Yeah,
like
they should do away with that. That's a legacy thing that's long overdue.
Yeah,
needed to get rid of.
It's so at least get rid of the home field advantage. Like okay, if you do an auto bid for winning the division, fine, right? But like the Falcons should be the 7th seed if they go 8-9.
Correct.
They shouldn't get a home playoff game. Dallas should get the home playoff game if they're
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it's not like I'm a Dallas fan, but like I'm just calling it like it is, you know?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, I don't understand how they can give a home field game to a team that can't even play 500.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah.
It's so bad. And it's funny because I'm watching the game earlier today and I'm like, I'm sitting there. I'm like, if Joe Flacco or like, well, not yet because I had to see Joe Flacco against the Rams to realize, wow, okay, Joe Flacco can still play. But
he can still play.
I was like, if Zach Wilson plays that game for the Jets today, they win. And the Falcons are 5-7 and are still they would still, if the season ended today, be in the playoffs at 5-7.
Right. That's some scary business.
It's like I say, I don't know if you follow baseball. I think you do.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, because I remember us talking a little bit about it, but
yeah,
the AL Central is no different.
Right.
Like take the AL Central and the NFC South and launch it into the sun.
Absolutely. I think that's the best path for both divisions.
Yeah, it's not like, all right, yeah, like we'll be better, I promise. Like, no, you're never better. Like the crowning moment for the NFC South was when Tom Brady was there for 2 years.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
Like 3 years, I think. But yeah, that's it.
Yep.
I mean, like as soon as he left, it was just dog water again. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I don't know, but yeah. But do you have any final thoughts before I let you go, man?
No, I mean, I like I said, I think it was a very well earned win today. I wouldn't say necessarily it was their best game. You know, I think last week it was their best game, but they played a obviously a playoff caliber team and finished on top. You know, I have a lot of respect for Cleveland and Cleveland's defense. I have huge respect for their defensive coordinator. I mean, he's got a lot of, gumption, I was going to say. I was going to use another word, but we're in public radio here, I guess, a little bit. But yeah, no, I like his style of defense, because he's aggressive. He's not afraid to play man to man. But like I said, nice, well-earned win. And I look forward to the Ravens next week.
Absolutely. I appreciate you hopping on.
All right. No problem. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. You take care.
All right. Go Rams.
Hell yeah. Go Rams. All right. Chat. How you living? How you feeling? All right. I'll take it. What, a 2-yard run? Do you guys like this format? Not saying I'm going to stick to it. I initially I had planned to do the watch parties on JE Live, and I don't know. It's a lot of work, and I was exhausted. But since this means so much to the Rams now and could down the road, I was thinking, hey, why don't we just do it tonight? We all root for Kansas City, have some fun doing it, talk some ball, still celebrate a win. Just letting you guys know, if you can't get enough of me, appreciate it, by the way. I think it's 2:30 tomorrow. I will be on Bleacher Report, right on the app. You can find it. I'll be on Bleacher Report talking about the Rams. So, doing a live stream. So definitely head on over there tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. Eastern time, I believe, or 2. Let me get that for you before I say anything. Tomorrow is 2:30, yes. So 2:30 tomorrow. If you missed the replay, it'll be reposted on my channel, so don't worry. But we'd love to have you there. Can't let Jordan Love just run for that first down, man. Can't do it. You cannot do it. They're inside the 40. That sucks. Cook got hurt. Good young player. I feel bad for him. All right, 2nd and 5. Still bringing on guests, so don't go anywhere if you're in the waiting room. They're catching everything. It's so frustrating. All right. Let's bring on Falco. How's it going, Falco?
I am doing awesome. massive win tonight.
That was big. It's too bad right now Kansas City isn't playing up to par.
Oh my god, that game just I don't get it. In terms of Kansas City in prime time, they never play good in prime time for whatever reason.
Yeah, no, good lord, man.
Yeah, but I have to give props firstly to the offensive line, actually. Keeping Stafford clean in the pocket, 0 sacks, 0 picks from Stafford as well. Like, very clean game from both the offensive line and from Stafford. Puka having that 70-yard reception, perfectly thrown by Stafford, just takes it to the house. And that, to me, is where the momentum truly shifted in our favor. However, the most important play was the John Johnson interception on Flacco, despite that being a bad throw on Flacco.
Oh, yeah. But you got to catch it. And he did.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Okay. Good lord. Every time Jordan Love just uncranks it, I'm like, oh god, they're gonna
do something.
It's crazy because Spagnuolo's played such great defense this year. He's coached such great defense this year for the Chiefs, and their defense has been their calling card. But for whatever reason, I don't know tonight. And maybe what we're seeing is just the ascension of Jordan Love. Maybe he's really Maybe he is the next Aaron Rodgers. He looks like he's Aaron Rodgers when he throws. It's crazy.
Well, other than he had 3 years to sit on the bench. Was it 2 or 3 years he sat behind Rodgers in Green Bay?
3, I think.
I think 3. Yeah, I think it's 3. Can't be 4.
No, I don't think it was 4.
I don't think it's 4. I think it's 3. Either way,
because he was a first rounder, so
yeah, first rounder.
It would be 4 because this is his 5th-year option.
Oh, true. Yeah.
But it's crazy. Even the mannerisms are exactly like Rodgers.
Yeah, which makes sense because he's been around him for years.
But it's just it's weird. It looks like he's copying him. It's
yeah.
It's just odd. Yeah. Bro's a professional and he's copying Rodgers play stride for stride. Oh boy. No penalty. That's uncatchable.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. There we go.
Okay.
I'm so over the penalties.
Oh my god, the refs. Okay. The holding call.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god, that holding call was so BS this game. Oh my god. And Lucas Haversack. Yeah, he made all 4 extra point attempts, but it seems like anytime he kicks, he steers it very clearly to the right. It is his kicking arc is always veering towards the right side.
Yeah, and then he overcompensates. It's really frustrating.
Right, yeah. But I think that could get fixed with coaching.
Yeah, right? The question is, do the Rams have enough time? They're going to need a kicker 5 games here, Maybe not so much against Washington or the Giants, but that Saints game could be tricky, Baltimore will definitely be tricky. You know, who's the other one I'm thinking of? Oh, the Niners. I mean,
Niners.
Yeah.
Well, Niners maybe depending if they sit their starters.
It looks like they definitely could after today. It's
Yeah.
weird because it's like you don't like the 49ers, and obviously you weren't rooting for them to win, but a
But at
win
the
against
same
the
time-
Eagles might have actually helped the Rams.
Right, in an odd sort of way.
Yeah, like obviously, you know, we'll see. Time will tell.
We'll
but the
see.
49ers now have the tiebreaker over the Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys.
True.
So regardless of what happens between those two, if the Niners take care of business, like they're going to have the number 1 seed, I would imagine.
Right. And that means is that they have the 1 seed locked up by week 18. Why risk playing your starters?
Yeah. No, that's true.
Yeah. Another big prop though is to Kiren Williams. I think people aren't talking about Kiren Williams' performance in this game enough. Running 88 yards against a mainly stacked box Cleveland was playing and scoring a touchdown as well. Like, Kiren had a good performance, I thought, today.
Yeah.
We didn't saw that much of Freeman, but that's fine. The run wasn't working as well as last game anyways. So you just roll out with Kiren.
No, absolutely.
And I thought that Kiren just had a really underrated game. I mean, like, this game was just weird. Like, first half, low-key, felt really terrifying, only being up by 3. But then the second half, and particularly the fourth quarter, came in, and we were just locked in. It's so odd, because it felt like it was close for most of the game, until those final few minutes, on where the floodgates just opened.
Yeah, no, the levee broke, man. You know, it was like, damn. It was
Right? And then
absolutely crazy.
didn't it? Like, another thing I noticed was Aaron Donald looked so happy to playing alongside, like, Byron Young and Kobe Turner. Like, have you seen his celebration he did with Kobe on where he was, like, dancing with him?
Oh, yeah.
Like, after the safety, they were pretty much just skipping together. Dude, Aaron Donald is not leading this team. He's not retiring. After the expression on Aaron Donald's face after that play, I knew he is not going to retire.
Oh, yeah.
He's not leaving.
He was never going to retire.
Right.
This is amazing. Right. I just saw a tweet. This guy just said, Abe Avila, he commented on Twitter because I was like, Kansas City, you are pathetic. And, oh my God, he missed the throw. And Abe said, still pissed we didn't have a competent backup. Ripien absolutely killed us. And Fork Pods 1 says we couldn't do anything because it was a canon event. That's amazing.
Oh my God. Yo, but seriously though, like, the NFL this year really needs to crack down on officiating because it's gotten to the point where it's so ridiculous. Like, I don't know. Like, there needs to just be accountability.
Yeah.
I feel like, because, like, it doesn't matter. The refs who screw over any team, they just feel like screwing over. It feels like. Like, I don't know if you saw, but, like, the Niners-Eagles game today was just really, like, tensions were extremely high in that game in general. And, like, Drake Greenlaw was just ejected and, like,
yeah, I saw that because he, like, punched a security guard.
Right. and then apparently, like, the NFL is going to do a deep investigation into the security guard and not Drake Greenlaw, who they ejected. I believe they ejected both of them. However, I read a report saying that they were looking into both of them, particularly the NFL could punish Chief and Eagles security officer for him getting involved in a player fight with Drake Greenlaw.
Huh. That would be interesting.
That would be interesting if they decide to punch him, because isn't that what his job is supposed to do? Is to break up those fights since he's the chief security officer?
It's funny because it's one of those things where it probably isn't. Like, they're probably just talking about, like, regular, stadium goers,
Right.
And I think that's probably what they'll probably say. But yeah, I don't know. The NFL's been taking L's lately because they took away that guy's credentials for the. Did you see that?
Yeah. No, I haven't actually. What happened?
Do you remember the Tyreek Hill touchdown where he took the camera and then did like a backflip?
Yeah.
So like the kid he took it from, who's like 21 years old or whatever, 20 years old, he showed like hype for it, but he also works for like, the Dolphins. And the NFL took away his press pass or whatever, his credentials, because they said he was unprofessional. It's like, all right.
That's so dumb.
Yeah, it's so lame. Can't stay out of their own way.
Oh my god. Yeah. Just
really
I'm
stupid.
really happy about the win though. Like, okay, against Baltimore, low key, after today's performance against a really good Browns defense, I don't know. I'm starting to feel a bit more confident. Now, the one problem with Baltimore is that Lamar Jackson, being the quarterback he is, he's a mobile quarterback. Traditionally this year, for some reason, we struggled against mobile quarterbacks, except for Kyler Murray. But yeah, so I'm really nervous about that Baltimore game just solely because of that. I think outside of that, though, I think a receiver can match up pretty.
Why is he wide open?
Oh god! Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Why are the Chiefs like this in prime time?
They're so bad.
I don't get it. Oh my god!
I can't.
I can't either, man.
I can't.
In the media, like on Thursday, like Dallas almost blew their chance to beat Seattle.
I know.
It's like, damn, like, does everyone just not want to see the Rams in the playoffs, apparently?
Oh, here comes some trick play.
Oh, God. Here we go. Doesn't make or...
He got it, but, I mean, it wasn't like a killer like I thought it was going to. I thought he was going to throw it to Jordan Love and...
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that game's turning out to be ugly. Oh, my God.
Chiefs are frauds.
Chiefs are indeed frauds. Like,
this is awful. This is absolutely pathetic. They lost last week, too. Like...
Yeah, and on top of that, like, the Chiefs don't have any good receiving weapons for Mahomes outside of Travis Kelce. Like...
Oh, boy.
I don't...
Incomplete. Okay. Yeah. No, that's just... Good Lord, man. It's just... Like, today was awesome, like, with the Rams.
Right, obviously.
It's just so frustrating with this team because, I mean, like, I don't think they beat the Stafford-led Rams.
Like, imagine if we didn't have Brett Rippon and instead we had Carson Wentz. That game, I think that we would beat Green Bay with Carson Wentz.
Oh, absolutely. Like, what is that run defense?
What the hell, man? Like, I don't know. Like, the Chiefs are so annoying because, like, they have this massive fan base. They have everything to them, yet they just can't get a receiving weapon outside of Travis Kelce for Mahomes.
I can't even believe this. Like, what is this?
God. I don't know. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my God. It's so frustrating.
It is. Like, the one time. It's like the one time. What the hell?
I thought the guy was there. I thought that was going to get picked.
Oh my god, me too. Oh my god. Damn, the Chiefs are so annoying on prime time.
They really are.
And then, like Thursday night, we are gonna get the Patriots versus Steelers.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Thursday night is gonna be awful, folks. I'm telling you that right now. Steelers without Kenny Pickett versus Bailey Zappi in the Patriots, who just lost to the Chargers 6-0, by the way. Which I'm surprised that the Chargers didn't score more against the Patriots. Like, are the Chargers truly that bad? Or are the Patriots defense that good? To stop a pretty good offense in the Chargers. Only held them to 6 points, 2 field goals.
Yeah. No, this is this is painful to watch.
I know.
What even they're oh my god. They're like averaging 10 yards per play.
What the hell? Hold on. But yeah, pretty much my final thing is that I'm just happy with the Rams win overall. I hope to God the Chiefs should get their crap together and somehow pull out this win. But I highly doubt that's happening, especially what we're seeing right now. Oh,
yeah.
God. But yeah, like, it's been fun, like, just talking in general. More about the Chiefs game, honestly, than the Rams game. But I mean, like, what else is there to say about the Rams? Like, we just played a very good second half on where Puka came back from his injury. I hope he's going to be okay. And
I think he'll be good.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, what the hell is this? Okay, good.
Oh, no. Okay.
3rd and 10.
Yeah. Okay, 3rd and 10. Let's see what happens. Is it going to be just like the Rams on where they somehow let up like a 14-yard play for the first down?
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
I know. But yeah, I don't know. Like, the Rams in 3rd and short situations seem to be a really good team. Rams in 3rd and long, for some reason, just let up like the 12-yard play. It's really odd, except at the end of the game on where we just
please got him sacked.
Got him. Thank God.
All right, so that'll be what, 21-19. They'll kick a field goal, 24-19. So that's a 5-point game.
Yeah, Chiefs are still in it. Chiefs score a touchdown, they get the lead.
Yeah, that's and now we're getting into like the crunch time. Like, it's gonna be around 6 minutes here, a little bit over 6 minutes.
Yeah. Maybe Chiefs can grind down enough clock.
What if he misses this? That'd be huge.
Dude, that'd be massive. That'd be massive if he missed.
They almost blocked it, but no, he hit it.
Okay, yeah.
5-point game.
It's just over 6 minutes ago. If the Chiefs can just grind down the clock and just score within like a minute to go, then I think they have a solid chance of winning that game. It's funny as that sounds, because Chiefs got outplayed. But the Chiefs can sneak it. The Chiefs can sneak it here, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Well, hey, Falco, appreciate you, man. I'm just going to try and get through everyone before I log off here. But
makes sense. But yeah, talk to you later, Jake.
Sounds good. You take care.
You too.
All right. Tate, how you doing?
Oh, I'm good.
So, have I had you on before? I don't think I've had you on before.
No, you haven't.
Oh, no, that's right. I brought you on, and then you dipped for whatever reason.
Yeah, my computer had a fucking update.
Oh, yeah. Inopportune there. What were your thoughts on today?
It was, I don't know. It was exciting towards the end of it, but not too exciting in the first half.
Yeah, it kind of.
Especially when I saw Puka, it looked like he was dead.
Yeah, tough one there. So what are your thoughts in regards to the Rams making the playoffs? Do you think it happens?
I think it depends a lot on what happens tonight, right now, actually. And I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Why is Minnesota ahead of us in the seeding? Is it because they beat the Packers earlier?
Great question. So, Minnesota has I think it's a 6-4 record.
No, they're 6-6.
No, against the conference.
Oh,
So they have a better conference record. So I think it's like 6-3 or something. The Rams have a 4-4.
Oh, okay. I see what you're
So
saying.
yeah, so it's one of those things where the Rams aren't going to have that tiebreaker because basically they just need to win more games than the Vikings. So
yeah, but
I think they will, but
yeah, I think the Vikings, they play Lions twice. They have to beat the Packers, so I don't know. I think we're looking pretty good there, especially with their Bears loss this past week.
yeah. No, I agree. What are your thoughts on the Ravens game upcoming?
I'm hoping that's a repeat of a couple of years ago when Lamar Jackson wasn't playing in Baltimore. I don't know if you remember that or not.
Yes, I
Came
do.
down to, yeah, I'm hoping it's like that, but I don't know. It's gonna be a pretty tough game, man. But you never know. We're so like hot and cold that we could put up 36 points again against like a pretty good defense,
Yeah. No, I mean, you never know. That's why they play the games, right? It's never guaranteed, but yeah, no, that was big because it was the 4th down conversion. And I mean the game was on the line essentially, but 4th down conversion with OBJ. I think that's probably why they signed him. They're like, "Oh, we've seen you before." Nice throw by Mahomes. Do you have this game on, by the way?
Yeah, I'm a little ahead of you, so I don't want to ruin it.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. It looks like we're under 6 minutes, so that's cool.
The second inch is up there. Never mind. Yeah, it looks. I don't know. I think Mahomes will pull that off. I have a question for you about Cooper Kupp, though. What do you think's going on with him, man?
I think he's 100% healthy. Like the way I saw it today, like the way he started running, when he caught that pass near the goal line, like I think he's 100% healthy. I think it's just right now they're trying to reintegrate Kiren Williams back into the offense with a Cooper Kupp that was really hot and now he's not really hot. And it's just kind of a whole mess. So I think they've really just been trying to diversify just the offense, and I think it's led to kind of an uncertainty, a different type of look than we normally see. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad with what they're doing because it's getting other guys involved. Like D-Rob catches a touchdown. We saw Hunter Long go out there a few times on choice routes. Like that's the good stuff. Like I want to see that. I want to see more mixing up your pitches. It's like, no major leaguer goes out there and just throws a closed fist baseball, right? They have like multiple pitches in their repertoire. Same thing with football. Yeah. Like you're not going to go out there and just throw to one guy or run with one guy. And that's why I like that they're doing it. I think eventually.
Oh, fuck. Sorry. I think I might have just never. Sorry.
He didn't throw a pick, did he?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Yeah, my bad, dude.
Oh, my God, Mahomes.
Yeah, I thought he was going to fucking take it down the field, too. That's a bitch.
Oh, my God. All right. Well, do you have any final thoughts before I let you go?
No, man. Just nice talking to you. I've been following you for a while.
Appreciate
I like your content. And keep doing your thing, man. I hope to see you keep going up and blowing up.
Hey, appreciate that, Tate. You take care, and I'll see you around.
All right, my dude.
All right. Take it easy. Later. Okay, so I got... Let's see. I'm so over the caroling commercials. All right. They're not clever. They're not funny. They're stupid. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it right now. Honestly, most of the commercials are stupid. You have that one. You have Wendy's, which is terrible. Pretty much every actor in there has a punchable face and is annoying. What else? Everything, pretty much everything Chiefs related, every commercial Chiefs related, Mahomes, auto, bundling, like so bad. Some of the most annoying commercials. And then you got the freaking Whopper. Oh God, just it's awful. It's awful. It's absolutely terrible. On after that vent session, I'm going to bring on Darth. I'm going to bring on Omar, and I'm going to bring on Commander J, although it looks like you're streaming the game, so I don't know if that's going to interfere. But I'll bring you in, and you let me know. I don't want to ruin what you're doing. So, yeah, let's bring on Darth. Darth, how's it going?
It's going good. How are you, Jake?
I'm good. How are you following the win? How are you feeling about this team?
I am actually feeling much better about this team than even the tight win that we had against like Seattle. My goodness, Kiren Williams is a monster. My goodness, that guy's so good. Like, I didn't realize how much we were missing him until he came back in these last two games.
Yeah, he's the engine of the offense, man. He's so huge. I've been saying it. They're 5-3 with him, and they're what 1-4 without him. 1-3 without him. So, yeah, I mean they only won one game without him. I feel like he's the most important on the offense right now. It's just he's so key and critical, and it's great to have him back and just seeing him just each week. It seems like he's getting better and more comfortable. So you just love to see it.
And it just seems like we do much better when we're not only just a balanced team, but when our running game is effective, and then that just opens up our passing game so much. Like we can just do like the play action. So by having a nice run game, it just opens up things a lot more.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, that's really what it comes down to, because if you keep running the ball, you're keeping the defense honest. And then when you keep the defense honest, essentially it's going to slow down the pass rush. So.
Yeah. And especially, I mean, I understand, Myles Garrett was like injured, but still, like, when you're going up against teams that have a really good pass rush, you need the best way to doing it is either getting the ball out quick or running the football. That stops the pass rush.
Yeah. It's very, very important to have a balanced attack essentially. Okay, good. He overthrew that. That was scary. Oh no, don't throw that flag. All right. There's 3:50 left in the game. I don't know if you're watching, but
yeah, you're actually ahead of me. I just saw that.
You see what I mean? It was scary. You see just okay, this ball's going deep down the field, and just the way this game's gone, it's like there's always just somebody right there.
Also, like what was that pass that Mahomes threw? There was a pass that he threw that was like a lob, but it was like that was picked. That was
so bad. Oh, this is a first down, isn't it? No, it's gonna be 3rd and short. Oh God, this team is so annoying. I don't know who's more annoying, Green Bay or Kansas City.
Of course, like the one time when we want Kansas City to do well, they play one of the worst games.
I know.
It's
so annoying.
My goodness. At this rate, like with how easy the Packers schedule like is, like we're better off of like hoping that Minnesota falls off.
Yeah.
It's like we're better off of like of the Packers getting into the playoffs, and then we just hope that the Seahawks and Vikings continue
Yeah.
to fall.
I mean, I feel pretty decent about that. But I don't know. I don't like the idea of like, oh, we have this great win and now we're not 7th anymore. It just, I don't know. It's kind of lame. Also, like, Kansas City, man. Like, how do you not win this game? I don't know. I'm just frustrated. God.
Oh, I mean, I feel like it's just been the storyline of the entire NFL season in general. I mean, like, how do the 49ers lose to PJ Walker and the Browns, right? And how do the Eagles lose to the Jets without Sauce Gardner? Like,
Yeah.
I just feel like it's just been, I don't know, like I feel like we've had like lots of sloppy football, like honestly, like who is like the best team in the NFL? Like I don't even know if there really is.
I mean, it might be the Ravens. Yeah. Might be the Niners, might be the Ravens. I mean, this is
after what the Niners just did to the Eagles. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
After what the Niners like did to the Eagles, that was disgusting. Like
I don't understand how that's not a block in the back.
Oh yeah. My goodness. Oh, the refs. Ooh.
So he has a calf or hamstring.
Yeah.
Christian Watson is a talented receiver, but that guy is always hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Frustrating game. Very frustrating. Do you have any final thoughts before I let you go? Just because I have to finish it up here and bring 2 other people on.
Oh my god. When I saw like Puka Nacua go down, I was just my thoughts was, okay, he's done for the game, but then seeing how bad it looked, I was like going like, that might not just be he's done for the game, he might be done for the season. So I was like thinking it was like maybe he broke his collarbone or.
Yeah, no, that was scary.
I thought
he tore his back.
Because I thought it was shoulder, but like I don't know, like I didn't really see like the rib, like really. I really think it's more shoulder than like the ribs and like that. But obviously, I guess it wasn't as bad as we thought because he was out there and he looked fine. He looked like nothing. He looked like he was dead, and then he comes back and he just looks like nothing happened. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, he's a warrior, but hey, Darth, appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one, man.
I'm not too sure because I like I told you a couple of weeks ago, I'll actually be at the Ravens game.
No, I mean like the next one that I see you in. I'll see you.
Oh, well, next week. Yeah. But like, but next week I'll be at the Rams-Ravens game.
Nice. You have fun.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see.
I have no idea what Baltimore will treat me, but yeah.
Good point.
Because I wouldn't be surprised if I'm like the only Rams fan there. Maybe there might be some, but
yeah. All right, man. Well, you have a great night, and I'll talk to you when I talk to you.
Yep. All right. See ya.
Absolutely. You take care.
Yep. You too.
Thanks. All right. Let's see. So we got Omar. How's it going? You there? Omar, are you there? All right. I'm just waiting for this game, and I'm probably gonna call it. It's been a long stream. This is gonna go on to be the longest, so this is incredibly annoying. Not depressing because the Rams won, just annoying. Are we gonna get? I mean, think about this. Okay, there's 2 minutes. They're going to be able to run one more play. Chiefs used all their timeouts. The Packers are going to run one more play after the 2 minutes. Then you have 4th down. Then you kick the field goal. So if that's the case, then you can run this thing down how far? There's going to be like what? 40 seconds? A minute? All right, here we go. I guess this is the game. Not enough pressure. Oh, he went down. Okay. All right. Chiefs are going to have about a minute, a little bit over a minute left. Minute 13. What's crazy is that the rookie, Anders Carlson, we saw him miss a field goal against the Rams. Is he going to miss this one? 4th and 16, huh? Minute 14 left to go. Oh boy. Imagine if he misses this. Kansas City's winning this game if he misses this. Oh, this is 48 yards. Oh shit. He's not going to miss it. Not missing it. No, he drilled that. He's a good kicker. By the way, just imagine if they went for 2, they'd have a chance to win the game on an extra point. I'm sorry, win the game on a 2-point conversion. But if they went for 2 and they missed it, then this game would be over because they'd be down by 9. So, all right, folks, here it comes. We're either going to see extra football overtime or this game's going to be over. I mean, there's really no in between. What's up, Aramic? How you doing? Let's go. Let's go, Chiefs. You have one job. Get it done. Oh, my God. Somebody took off early, didn't they? That's going to be on the Packers. So what is this? It'll be at the 30, 5-yard penalty. So it's at the 30, right? Wow, I never would have picked up on that. Here we go. Well, if there was any quarterback, I'd sure want Mahomes to be the quarterback. Good God. Come on, Mahomes. 1 minute and 5 seconds. This is where having like Tyreek Hill would be fire, but of course they don't have him. Oh boy. It's going to help them, but like that's not a penalty. He's literally in bounds. You can't call that a late hit. That sets a really bad precedent. That is terrible. I don't even understand. I'll take it though. He was down. He was down. Yeah, he's down. I'm not worried about the Packers. I'm just saying that I think it's going to be Rams Packers in the playoffs. He's definitely down. This is my problem with continuation. So you continue the play, and the ruling on the field is supposed to be that it's clear in it's conclusive, right? Well, now you have a play like this where it is conclusive, but yeah, I don't know. It just bothers me. Just to automatically let the play out even when it's like pretty obviously not a fumble. I mean, that is obvious. It's not even close. Tell me he didn't just throw a punch. That is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. You can't do that. That is the dumbest. I cannot believe he did that. He's been their best player tonight for the offense. There goes the check down. Now you have to rely on Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who he's not quite you can climb on guys' backs. Oh my God. This isn't on. Is this a comedy? Are we watching a comedy movie? The NFL is a comedy. These refs are so unserious. It's ridiculous. They're taking up so much time. Good Lord. Wow. I can't. I don't understand how a guy can climb on a receiver's back and have it not. I don't get it. Oh my God. This game's so over. Carrington Valentine should have been flagged for that. I don't know how. How is that not PI? I just don't understand how they didn't call that pass interference. This is the problem, though. You keep pushing these long developing plays. If you kept doing quick hitters to the sideline, you might have been able to make this a more manageable play. Now it's just, it's basically a Hail Mary that's a little shorter. Oh, boy. Oh my God, man. The Chiefs suck. Oh, that's going to do it. Such a bummer. Good Lord. All right. Well, that is going to do it. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Good Lord, that was painful. Yeah, Rams just got to take care of business because that they kind of needed that, but God. All right. Well, appreciate you guys, and can't let something like this ruin the fact that the Rams are 6-6, have turned their season around, and have outscored their opponents 90-46. Are 5-0 when they score at least 24 points. Are 3-0 since the bye. You know, just take care of business, and it won't matter. But all right, folks, appreciate you hanging out, and I'll see you soon. Also, I'll be on Bleach Report tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Be sure to check that out on the app. I am going to go, and I'll catch you guys later. Later, folks.